Call 928-476-0113. And I might put you on the Sleep Intuition channel. So I don't know what else we're going to be doing. We'll just hang out. What's up, GP? Beach Ferry. V. Marie. Just persevere. Reg Dunlop. The fuck is a Dunlop? But I love Reg Dunlop. What's up, Ronnie? If you're coming here for any kind of content today, you're at the wrong place. I've opened up the platform hoping that you will call, chat, whatever else. I plan to use you as entertainment today. Yeah, you can join me by link. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's pinned in the chat. Or you can call that number there if you're geriatric. Hold on, we got a call. Whoops. Sorry about that, Billy. Try to call in again. Call in again and all. That was my bad. Hey, TTM. Johnny. Oh, here we go. Let's see what's going on with this call here. Hey! Is this Billy?
Is it Billy?
Billy? What's that sound? What's that noise? Thank you.
I'm turning onto the highway right now.
Huh?
I said I'm turning onto the highway right now.
Okay, what's up, man? What's on your mind?
Hey, so no document release as of yet, right, Slu?
Yeah, not that I know of, man.
Hey, okay. One of the reasons I was thinking maybe we have this delay going on, could it be that some of the names, I know they can't release the names of the witnesses, stuff like that, but there's always talk about there might be more than one person involved.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe one of the reasons is they know that there's going to be a name that's going to be put out that isn't a witness. And it could be someone that they have a strong suspicion might be connected to the crime. And they're telling that person right now that your name is going to come out. So you need to tell us the truth about what happened. Do you think that could be the reason they're really putting pressure on the person? Like someone has been avoiding their name being put out for 6 years now, and they're like, now's the time. You need to tell us what happened, or the whole public's going to know. Do you think that could be something that's going on?
Yeah, because it seems like they kind of did that with Kegan Kline, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very.
Do you think the Klines are involved in this at all?
I don't know. The thing is that the Anthony Shots account was created by Kegan Kline. Kegan Kline says he thinks his dad could be using that account. That account said that he was supposed to meet her that day, but she didn't show up. Richard Allen showed up as if he was there to meet Libby, right?
Right. Yeah.
So
and the witnesses that we have, we don't have them on the stand yet, but from what we know, it does look like Richard Allen was on a mission. He didn't want to talk to anyone else. He knew exactly where he was going to go. So my question is, how did he know that those two were going to be there? And I can pretty much rule out Libby or Abby informing him of that. It had to be someone else at the very small circle that knew. And the reason I can rule them out is we have their video of, what we believe is Richard Allen, and there's a 99% chance it is approaching. Now, that phone was put in the pocket. It wasn't used anymore. There was no search history cleared or anything like that. And let's say Libby was going to meet someone that day and she was aware of it, you would have corresponding text messages like, we're on our way, where are you at? Hey, we're at the bridge. There's none of that. Almost like Libby was completely unaware. But we do know, we have a good suspicion that bridge guy, i.e. Richard Allen, knew they were going to be there. So how many people knew they were going to be there? And let's roll out Libby and Abby. There's one of those people that had to have notified him, I believe. What do you think of that?
I say that they called it the Snapchat murders for a reason, right?
That could be. A lot of times, too, when you look at the earliest reports and cases, those sometimes you get a lot more information out of those because there's a lot of stuff that say after a week or two, they're like, okay, let's not mention that anymore. So a lot of times, the information you get isn't true, but some of it could be true. And Snapchat was mentioned by everyone, including the main network, like CNN, everything like that. They mentioned Snapchat a lot, like in the first 7 days, and then it went silent.
Yeah, because I think once they kind of let the cat out of the bag, I think they were very interested in the Anthony Shots account, and I don't think they wanted to let that out.
Hey, according to the timeline we have, when Richard Allen, when he arrived to his parking area at the CPS building, how far of a drive is that? That's what, maybe like less than 10 minutes, right?
2.5 miles.
Okay, so we'll say time to grab the jacket, time to grab whatever you need. We can say 20 minutes. So you take the time they have to the city park. And we'll say he was in a hurry, of course, by the way he was described as walking. Mine is 20 minutes. Try to figure out who was aware that those two girls were going at that time. And you have a small group of people. Who did they talk to? Who did they know? And I believe one of those people, and I believe it's a group of maybe 5 people or less, I believe one of those people either intentionally or unwittingly announced that those two girls were going to be there. But I don't think it was Libby or Abby.
I don't agree with that. I think there's plenty of other opportunity for social media. Somebody who's watching from a social media angle to know that they were there. Somebody that may have been hanging out with them over the weekend to know that they were there. Somebody who is messaging them privately, even.
Yeah. Hey, but didn't he basically arrive to that bridge literally just minutes before they got there?
Yeah, about 1:27. They left at 1:30. Thanks,
Yeah,
Derek. Shout out to Derek Farmer for the super sticker. Thank you.
All right, cool. Well, anyway, just some ideas that I had. Hopefully, we get the document soon, and I'm gonna keep listening to your show while I drive. Great show.
Anything you want to say before you go? Anything you want to plug, or anything you want to talk about, or anything you want to finish with?
Just the Sleuth Intuition channel.
All right, thank you, man. I appreciate. Hopefully, if you hear another point that comes up, and you want to call back in, feel free, man.
Okay, sounds good. All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right, have a great day. Thanks for calling. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Great call, guys. Thanks, Derek, for the super sticker. These are all like AI images that I've created. I think this one was for like a ritual crime scene. It's kind of weird, right? Oh, this one's really cool. Let's go ahead and put on some jams. Let's see. What else did I have? I think we might have listened to this one, right? Lisa says client's not involved. What's up, Mandy? All I know is that was a great call. Some good points. Yeah, if you want to call in and chop it up, even debunk me, you know what I mean? That'd be great. I'd love to be debunked. Or whatever. Or if you just want to bring up a good point or a great idea, we can talk about it. Mandy's asking, do you think Judge Gall is buying time for the prosecution? No. I don't know what's going on. Karen Perez says, I say Richard Allen had that phone from KK. I think that that's actually backed up by some data. I don't know about the Richard Allen part, but I know that at 8 a.m. on the 13th, according to investigators, the Anthony Shots account was logging in and logging out of 2 different devices. And while questioning Kegan Kline, they were very interested in this device. Whatever that means. What's up, Miss Persevere? Good to see you. Gail Hurd, today is my mom's 88th birthday. Shout out to Gail Hurd's mom. That's amazing. I'm impressed. Impressive. Oh. This one's kind of funky. Thank you, Abby's grandma. Says, thank you for the live. Thanks for hanging out. Derek Farmer with the super sticker. And Abby's grandma. Not Abby, of course. A different Abby. Derek says, ski mask incident. Richard Allen gives false witness testimonies while law enforcement was considering him a witness. Yeah, that could be true. I mean, that does kind of fall into line with what we understand happened, right? With the misinformation. It's like the DP guys were so close. And they just had the wrong guy. So close, right? So close. Hybrid Pisces, what's up? Callie M, what's good? Callie M says, V Marie, hi. I think his wife needs money and to move where... Well, the home is up for sale. We saw that on Zillow earlier today. Go check out the live stream. Put that shit on blast. It was Derek's idea, not mine. Derek Farmer was like, hey, you should put that on there. And I was like, okay, only because you said so. So if anybody asks, it was Derek Farmer's idea. You can call in with that phone number, like the last caller, who was awesome. Thank you. 928-476-0112. Or, hold on. You can hit this link. can join me online. There you go. Me, myself, been cleaning all day, kind of proud of myself, been depressed. So this is a win. Good. Yeah, just keep going. Just remember, every day is a win. You got to look at everything as like a positive. It's a negative outlook that creates depression. So remember, no matter what, even if it looks like shit, you call it beautiful. Because that's the first step, is just kind of, if you can verbalize it, visualize it, you're good. What's up, Shane? Lisa, what's up? Derek says maybe it's just a clerical error. RMB, what's up? Do you think KK would have been allowed to do the latest murder sheet interview if he was actually involved in the murders in any way? Yes. The interview that the murder sheet had with Kagan Klein, you yourself can have. The thing that people don't understand is that the murder sheet, they're taking their time and their effort and their money and all of that, and they're doing those things. So you got to be like, thank you. I appreciate that. Or you got to go do it yourself. But yeah. And they're kind of showing us like, hey, you can do these things too. Here, this is how you do it. They're kind of holding our hands and kind of taking us and showing us those things. Beth says, camera caught Richard Allen driving by at 127. Well, didn't catch him, said a vehicle similar, which is tough. What do you do with that? Thanks, Gail. Oh, snap. Oh, Sloopy. Dropping a gem. Thanks, Sloopy. Hope all is well with everyone. Thanks for all you do, Sloop. Thanks, Sloopy. Thanks for showing some support to the Sleuth Intuition channel. Even though we're just hanging out. That's awesome. Thank you. Oh, looks like we got a call. Damn. See what's going on with this.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, who's calling?
This is Julia.
Julia?
Yes.
What's going on, Julia?
This is Sleuth, right? I just want to make sure I have the right number.
Wait, Sleuth? Yes. Oh, she hung up. She's like, no room for fucking around with this one. Yeah, you called the right number. Sorry, that was me. I was being stupid. Let's see. Hybrid. I hope you guys are taking notes because the court filings remain over my head. Sorry, caller. The caller's like, this is sleuth intuition, right? And I'm like, no. That was my bad. It really was. You should call back. I was just kidding. She said, ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah, that was funny. Indy's asking, Sleuth, do you think KK's under the Delphi gag order? I don't know if he's under any gag order, but I think he might be working with McClellan. Yeah, I mean, I hope so. Julia Burns, I think I got disconnected. Haha, I'll try back. Yeah, Julia, call back. Here, I got my phone's ready. Well, it was ready. Sorry, I dropped it. Okay, now it's ready. Anybody can call in 928. We're gonna hang out about 30 more minutes, maybe. Call in 928-476-0112. Or you can hit that crazy link. You can actually join me backstage live here. Right now, what you're listening to, hold on. It's called The Scratch Lords, number 8 from Chill Down. We're going to play number 7 here in a minute, too. It's pretty good. Oh, here we go. Let's pause that.
Julia Burns again. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press.
Julia, welcome to the Sleuth Intuition channel. What's up?
Hey, okay, I'm not gonna lie. Sorry about the last time. My DoorDash delivery got here, so priorities.
Oh, so that was your fault.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, okay. DoorDash is more important. Gotcha.
No, I'll go halfsies with you on that because you said you weren't, or you didn't confirm that you were sleuth. So
yeah. All right.
Anywho.
We'll take a 50-50 on that one.
Okay. All right. Deal. So one thing that I've already, okay, so this is in regards to the Delphi, with Hagen Klein, admitting that he was, or I don't know, has this been confirmed if he actually was at the, Marathon gas station, if he specifically Googled it. I remember seeing it on Murder She, but I don't know where that it came from, their quote unquote source. I don't.
No, it's not solid. Nobody that I know of has really considered that solid information.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's not a whole lot to. There's not a lot of ways to corroborate that, but I guess in theory,
there might be. It might be some inside information. I don't know.
Right. No, but there's no official. Well, I guess there's not a whole lot of ways to officially confirm a lot of what's been coming out anyway. But in my opinion, if that did happen, the way I see it is, if I'm in a town that I'm so not familiar with, I'm not gonna Google a specific, I don't care if I go to Shell or Chevron or 76 or whatever. I'm just gonna Google gas near me. So if that did happen, I think that's very, very telling.
Yeah, if it did happen, I agree with you.
Yeah, and so that's one thing that's just always been on my mind. I'm I don't know if.
Did you want to put your name out? Did you want to put your name out there?
My name?
Yeah.
Sure. My name is Julia.
Anything you want to throw out there, Julia?
Other than that,
Yeah, I mean, like anything you want to throw out there. There's like 100 people watching you right now.
yeah. That was just kind of like one of the things that's always like been on my mind. So I don't know if yeah, no, you could use my name, Julia. That's fine.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just agreeing with you. Continue, please.
Oh yeah, no. Oh shoot, I lost my train of thought now.
Take your time. I'm sure it's my fault.
No, you're fine. No worries. Yeah, the Marathon gas station. Yeah, that was just like the main thing I wanted to bring up. There's been like so many little things in this case that I've always been.
Well, the FBI was
like,
involved in all of that. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, and they may or may not have like they got the tape from that gas station. Is that right? Or
I think it was more of a hard drive. If but I could be mistaken. But I think it was a hard drive.
A hard drive.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's interesting. Yeah, I vaguely remember it. There's been so much in this case, like throughout the years. I've been following it since probably 2019, I think.
Imagine if they did have something there and it was successful. Imagine how quickly this would have just been resolved. You think there could have actually been something there on that tape?
Right. And they could have confirmed that Kagan Klein or whoever was there if they were in fact there. And it's just, I feel like that comes up so much in this case. Like, it's like, oh, if this happened or if this didn't happen, like so many little things. There have been so many situations where I feel like this could have been solved. And it's like, oh, I feel for their families. I feel, for the girls. Like I've been like waiting for this to be solved so it can be over. But
well, yeah, in the Ron Logan affidavit, it says nobody's come forward to say that they were, this person on the bridge or whatever. But that just wasn't true. Like Richard Allen came forward and said, like, I was there at that time and I was on the bridge.
Oh, I didn't remember that specifically.
Yeah.
I guess sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, if anybody wants to read the Ron Logan affidavit, it states that clearly that the reason they believe the guy in the blue jacket is the killer is because he has not come forward. But the truth is, the guy in the blue jacket, if that's Richard Allen, he did come forward.
Yeah. No, I fully believe that the guy in the bridge was Ron Logan, and I definitely believe if he was not the killer, he was definitely involved in some way. I personally.
Oh, you think the guy on the bridge is Ron Logan?
No.
Wait, that's what you just said. You said that the guy on the bridge is Ron Logan.
No, sorry, Richard Allen.
I was like, you said Ron Logan. I was like, oh, okay. Okay.
Hang up. No, I don't think.
Yeah, I was trying to hang up. I couldn't find the button. I was like, what the? I was like, oh, just kidding.
No, I do not. I honestly, everything that I've seen so far, I do not think Ron Logan had any involvement.
On the back end? Hey, on the back end, I don't know. But that could go for anybody, really.
Right. No, like I'm not saying he doesn't, but anything that I've seen so far, it's not convincing enough.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I personally don't believe that Ron Logan had anything to do with it, but I'm also not knocking it. Like, it's very possible. So, it could go either way. Like, maybe, he saw something or, but like, I personally don't think that, like, he, I don't see anything thus far that, he has had participation in the murders. And I mean, like, I'll leave it at that.
And I hear what you're saying is it's because it doesn't matter what you think. You're like, I don't see anything that says he had any involvement. Because I mean, imagine it could be anybody. Take Ron Logan out of the equation and put somebody else as the homeowner. I mean, you're going to accuse that person, right?
Right. Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, and that's the tragedy, I guess.
Yeah, I'm wondering why. So there were so many other homeowners around that area. I know they have like bigger lots from what I've seen, like the Mears,
Weber.
and yeah, Weber, exactly. So I'm sure they were questioned just as much as Von Logan.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering, were they not arrested just because they didn't have a reason to be? So Ron Logan, like he violated his probation. So
Yeah, I agree with you.
was
If they had, like, let's
yeah,
say a criminal history, would they have been arrested? I think so. Because
yeah, no,
I think that's something
yeah,
that law enforcement agents do, and it's an abuse, and it needs to be fixed. And I think it slowly is. But what they're doing is they're using people's pasts against them.
yeah, no, I agree. I think they are like they
Richard
definitely
Ritchie, we covered it in my previous live stream. It was the guy. He died in prison while being held for a crime. After he died, they found out it was proven that he didn't commit. It was the Elizabeth Smart case.
Yeah, I caught that live. Probably, I think I came like halfway through, but
That's awful.
yeah, no, definitely, it's horrible. So I don't think the other neighbors had anything to do with it, but I'm saying I don't think that there's. I don't know how to put this into words. I don't think there's any more chance that they did than Ron Logan did. But again, at the end of the day, I have no idea.
Well, what about Richard Allen? Let's talk about him because we know he's in custody. What do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think about him?
I think he is the man on the bridge based on the pictures, based on the the bullet fragments. I believe he was there, and I believe at the very, very least he knows something.
Well, do you think he had like a gun and he was like, guys down the hill with the gun? Like kidnapping, like a crime.
In my opinion,
that's what he's being charged with. He's not being charged with their murder. He's being charged for doing that. He's being charged for making them go down that hill, and then they end up being murdered.
Yeah, which is murder in that case.
And that in Indiana, that's still murder.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, I believe from everything that I've seen that was it. And that's what he did. And he's the one with the gun, and he's the one that said go down the hill.
Why is it so hard for him to be like the main guy? Like, why are they only charging him that way, do you think?
Why is it so hard for him to be the main guy?
He right now they're charging him as the kidnapper guy. Like, he's just the guy that got him down the hill. Why can't they put all the other weird stuff on him here? Like, check this out here. Hold on. Are you watching the stream?
I have it on YouTube.
Hold on, somebody else is calling in. I might be able to take both calls.
Call from Genevieve. To accept, press 1. To send.
Hello?
Hello, is this Blue?
Who is this?
This is Genevieve.
Hold on one.
I must be on the wrong line.
Who else do I have on the line?
It's me.
Okay, hold on. Can you call right back?
Yeah, this is so confusing. Yeah, okay.
Okay, it's because somebody else had hung up. Sorry about that. I didn't know the other caller hung up. My bad. That's my fault. Yeah, caller, if you want to call back in, go ahead, and I'll put you right back on. And caller, if I lost you, I don't know if you hung up or if I hung up on you. Sorry about that. Steffa says Ron Logan is just a gigolo. What the gigolo? What the? Oh, here we got a call here.
Call from Judith Ann.
Call from who?
To accept, press 1. To send a...
Hello, caller.
Yes.
Who do we have on the? Who do we have on the line?
Judith,
Who?
Judith Ann.
Judith Ann. What's up, Judith?
Yeah, I have some questions, like
All
lots
right.
of them.
All right, get it off your chest, girl. What's going on?
Okay, yeah. I was wondering if they ever found out who the conservation officer was that took his interview, and if they have like a transcript of that.
No, we're hoping that's what we find out with the recent release of these documents that we're waiting for.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I listened to you, but I just never find out. You know what I'm saying? And the other question was, I've heard different things that Richard Allen rented a room from Keegan's father, and then the other thing is that his wife knew the Patties. So I don't know if you've heard any of that.
Well, they hung out not with the Patties, but with people, with their relatives, and that's just because it's such a small place like Delphi. What they did was,
heard that he rented like a room from them or a house from them.
No, they just crossed. They just crossed paths at the bar, maybe once or twice.
Okay, and so you don't know if Richard Allen's wife knew the Patties, because I heard that too.
No, she did. She did.
So she did know.
Yes.
Getting confused hearing that thing in the background. Okay, because that's the two things that I want to know is who the actual conservation officer was, because they have like another video out there where this conservation officer, I don't know if you've seen that video where they took this guy down that had supposedly had guns and he didn't. I don't know if you've seen that video that's going around.
Nobody knows who the conservation officer is.
So why can't they do like a Freedom of Information Act and find out who that guy is?
That's what we're doing.
Like Murder Sheet.
That's what Murder Sheet. That's what Kevin Greenlee is doing right now for us. That's what what he's done. He's hoping to reveal exactly what you're asking.
You know what I'm saying, right? Like, who is this mysterious conservation officer that took the interview and nobody knows who he is? And that would clear it up right now. Is he best friends with Richard Allen? You know, why is that thing being suppressed? You know, and Freedom of Information Act, they don't take years to do that. That should be like a week. You know what I mean?
Well, at the same time, you don't want to throw the conservation officer's name out there if he just made a mistake. Think about it. If Richard Allen came forward on the 13th or early the morning of the 14th, when the image wasn't ever released, we shouldn't be so harsh with him, because we didn't have. Well, hold on.
Yeah,
we have hold on a second, please.
Conservation officer.
I didn't hear you because I was still talking.
Okay. Sorry.
What I'm saying is that he doesn't know who Bridge Guy is. He doesn't know about this blue jacketed man on the bridge, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say
by Freedom of Information Act, if someone takes a interview from somebody, we should know that. We shouldn't be waiting years and years and years. Richard Allen could have killed somebody within this time frame, and we don't know who this guy is. That doesn't make any sense at all. You know what I mean? That we don't know who this guy is after 5 years.
But you don't know that he's a killer, so why provide the interview?
No, but I'm saying we do. He's being prosecuted for the crime now. So we should know who took that interview.
Oh, you're saying if there's a record of it? If there is a record, I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That to me seems shady. Like there's
Yep.
something in Indiana that's shady. Why
No,
don't
I
we know
think
who
that's
this
what they're
company-
working towards. Hopefully that is the information that we're getting. I think we might even get some mental health information. I
Mhm.
think we're going to get a lot of information, I think. That's why it's taking so long.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm saying Freedom of Information Act. They should have that interview. They should have the transcript, and it should be available. It doesn't take 6 years to do that. If you go to the police department now in Jacksonville, Florida, you get a police record right then and there. It doesn't take 5 years to find out who the officer is, what the transcript was, and what the
Oh,
man
wait,
said.
you're saying with the conservation officer?
Yes.
I would love for you to find who that is. Do you know how to find out who
It
that
doesn't.
is?
Yeah, you call this. I work full time. I don't have time to do this. You know what I'm saying?
What are
But
you
can
talking
call
about?
the-
I don't know how to
You
do
can
that.
call this. Yeah, I'm on break. As we speak, I'm on break right now. That's what I'm saying. I only got a couple minutes. Call the police department, Freedom of Information Act. Who's the conservationist? What's his name? And what's the transcript of the interview? Anybody can do that.
Yeah, I don't think it's that easy.
Freedom of Information Act. Look it up. It's that easy.
Yeah, but you got to fill out forms and stuff.
Exactly.
You can't just call and be like, "Hey, freedom of information."
Yeah, you can. That's the Freedom of Information Act by Act of Congress, Thomas.gov. That's what the Freedom of Information Act through Congress does. It allows public officials to be held accountable for what they're doing. That's the whole thing of the bill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I just don't have time because I'm on break now calling you. But if you find out the conservation officer's name in the transcript, and if he was best buddies with Richard Allen, something is not lining up with that.
Yeah, we're definitely going to take a look at that.
Yeah, and then the other two things is that Richard Allen knew those kids through his wife because his wife knew Patty. And then the other story I heard was that he rented a room or a house from the Keegans when he was in Peru.
Oh, really?
So there's like a direct connection between him and Richard Allen Keegan. But anyway, I got to go back to work. I'll talk to you later, sweetie.
Have a great day. Bye.
I love you, but I love you what you do. Okay, have a wonderful day.
Thanks for the call.
I got to go back to work.
All right, thank you. Bye. Awesome call. I don't know if I agree with the caller, but hey, what the hell do I know? Hey, what's up, Ruckus? Hey, if anybody wants to call in, you can join me live here on the live stream with your computer, or if you want to call in. Hey, caller, I'm going to need you to hold tight and call right back for 1 moment. All right. I think we missed a call. Who was that? Caller, if you want to call back. Or you can join me backstage. Hit that link. What the hell? Is this Ruckus?
It is. What's up, brother?
Oh my lord. Here, let me turn off this background music. What's up, Ruckus?
Nothing, man. Snuck out by we have a detached pool. You know, I've been working on some cases past couple of days. Taking a little break. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm just hanging out, man. Glad you called.
Yeah, I've been wanting to jump on with you, man, but I'm always doing something, you know?
Did you leave a voicemail? Was that you?
Well, it said to leave your name, so I said, it's Ruckus.
No, that's you. Somebody else must have left a voicemail. Sorry, caller.
Oh, okay.
And we missed another caller. Sorry about that. Call back.
Is it too loud out here?
What do you mean?
Can you hear me okay?
I'm not sure. I can hear you just fine. I don't know about them.
Oh, okay. But yeah, the CO's Thomas Skinner.
Thomas?
That's not new news. That's old news. It was never Dan. It was Thomas Skinner. Or Skinner, as normal people say it. I say Skinner.
Oh, wait, hold on. Here, we got somebody calling in, and I know there's a way I can bring you both on. Hold on.
Okay, no worries.
Let's see here. I think
it's Glitterbean.
Glitterbean.
To accept, press 1. To send a
All right. And I think hit 4. Hello, Glitter?
Hi, what's up?
Hey, hold on. I may have hung up
Okay.
on Ruckus.
I'm so sorry. Did I call at a bad time?
No, hold on.
Hello?
Ruckus, are you there? Well, we hung up on Ruckus, so
Oh, no.
I'm pretty sure that's your fault.
It always is. It's always my fault.
So, Glitter, if you could say, let Ruckus know that you apologize. I mean,
I am so sorry, Ruckus. I can call back.
yeah, he's already gone.
Oh, no. I feel so bad.
Yeah, you booted him.
Sorry, Ruckus.
Just kidding. Actually, I booted him trying to bring you to the call. So I apologize, Ruckus. I'll bring you back, Ruckus, in just a moment. Glitter, what's up?
Oh, hey, I just wanted to say hello. I've never called in before.
Yeah, thanks for calling in.
It's nice to talk to you in person, and I had a couple of small thoughts about things. I've been following the case for a very long time. I'm at a point where it's just information overload, and I really appreciate what you do because you kind of make it all make sense, and it just doesn't anymore for me. You know, hi, Olivia. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Steffa. Derek, Jari, and everybody I forgot. Oh, Vanessa Marie. Hi, Vanessa. One thing I wanted to bring up, I'm always thinking about the family and how horrendous this must be for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's right or fair, but when I see, we don't know if RA is guilty, but to me it looks probable. But when I see him acting pathetic when he's on camera,
yep,
I think about this family, and you just can't compare the suffering there. And if he's responsible for it, then he's responsible, and I don't care. I mean, our country is not in the business of torturing people, but prison is not a pleasant environment, you know?
And it is kind of like a torture, right?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me try to bring on this other caller. I know there's a way to do this.
Okay.
Hold on.
Call from Julia again. Call from Julia again. To accept, press 1. To send a...
Hello?
Hey.
Hold on one second. Can you call me right back?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Give me 1 second. I know there's a way to bring up everybody. Give me 1 second. Okay. Press 4 to toggle. Okay, here we go.
Call from Julia. To accept, press 1. To send a voice...
Hello, Julia?
Hey.
Okay, now we figured out how to add any callers. If anybody else wants to join in, we'll simply just press 5 and we should be okay. What's on your mind?
I can't remember where I picked off. So what was it? Richard Allen or something. I was like 15 minutes off from the chat. Yeah. Shoot. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of nerd out about this case, so I like keep notes. And like little points about it. Probably should have been a little more prepared, but here we are.
Take your time.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So one thing I wanted to kind of pick your brain about. So with Kegan Kline, when he said in an interview, this is back in, I think it was 2020, or it was whenever the transcripts were released. And he said, or the veto act, nobody, or have you ever wanted to meet up with anybody that you talk to in person? And he goes, oh, no, never.
Yeah, that's
like
Kayla.
100%.
And also, I just want to put out
Yeah.
that, Ruckus, if you want to call back in, I figured out how to add you to this conversation. So if you want to call back in, all I got to do is hit 5, and then you'll be part of the convo.
Yeah, so with Kagan's, test or with his comments saying, oh no, like I never wanted to meet up with any of them, like that was not my intention, or something alluding to that.
Yeah.
And the office, like in my mind, I'm like, okay, then why would you be talking to girls that are 20?
Call from
Sleuth Intuition.
To accept, press 1. To send a...
All right. So we should have both callers, right? Hello? Up.
Call from.
It's Ruck.
Call from.
It's Ruckus.
Hello, Ruckus.
Yes.
Well, now I think we hung up on the other poor young lady. So I apologize. At one point I had this figured out. I really did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I'm going to drop down then so these folks can talk with you.
No, well, you're gonna kick him off, and then you're just gonna leave without dropping nothing.
Oh, well, no, I'll hang out with you, brother. No, that's no. I got kicked off myself.
Let's see. Julia says, "Yeah, she's the one I think I kicked off." Well, what's on your mind, man? Let's hear it.
No. Nothing. I just saw all the talk about the CO and stuff like that.
Yeah, what's your opinion?
That it was Skinner. It was definitely Thomas Skinner. No doubt in my mind.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm smart, and I have some good sauces. So
you smart and you got some good sauces.
Sauces, yeah.
Sauces. See, I don't know what sauces are.
Sauce, sauce of information.
Hold on, we got somebody joining us here. Miss Dog Lover, are you there?
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I don't know if Ruckus can even hear you.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'll turn it up on the TV a little bit, though.
No, Ruckus, why don't you think to join me on the stream?
Okay, I'll do that then.
Yeah, let's close down this phone number. It's been giving us nothing but headaches.
All right, brother.
All right, later. Yeah, let's close that down. Hold on. We'll hide that. Miss Dog Lover, hello.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. I should be in bed actually right now. Got to get up early, but yeah, couldn't resist calling in on StreamYard. But yeah, it's quite interesting, isn't it, how none of the documents have been released?
Yeah, I'm a little upset about it. I mean, if what Greenlee was saying, he's saying they should have never been sealed to begin with. You figured it would have been top priority,
Yeah, I mean, what do you think is being sealed? What information?
I'm thinking pretty much all of it, really.
Yeah, like what the search of his backyard and all of that, what they found.
Yep, the search, not only the search, the probable cause, all of these small little court filings here and there. I think everything is needing to be looked at. And in a live stream earlier today, we talked about all of those things.
Yeah, I've missed quite a few actually recently. Just been quite busy.
You should check that out. That's actually what we covered, to be honest.
Yeah, I need to go back. I haven't been doing my homework.
No, but if you are interested in that, we did talk about that part of it. Yeah,
definitely. Sure. I'll go back and watch that.
Sorry, hold on. We got Ruckus trying to join in here.
Can you hear me okay?
Yep. Hey, Ruckus. So we got Ruckus, Miss Dog Lover, and Sleuth Intuition. What's going on, guys?
Hey, Miss Dog Lover. How are you?
Hey, Ruckus. How are you? I'm good, thank you. How you doing?
Perfect. I'm perfect. That's how I am.
Good. I was just saying I should be in bed. I've got to get up in about 7 hours to go to work, but...
My God. You sound like you're from Cornwall.
No, I'm London.
Oh, okay. I could do a bit of Cockney. I spent a couple of years in England. I loved it in England. My God. I go back there in a heartbeat.
No, I'd love to get away from here, to be honest with you.
That's always the case, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So what's going on with you, Dog Lover? What do you think about this whole thing with the CO?
Personally, I think he's guilty. It's just, why haven't they actually released the documents? What's going on there? Like, they're saying that the judge is really busy with upcoming cases, but you know what is actually happening there? Have they got so much evidence that they need to go through, and they need to decide what they can actually release?
They'll probably redact the crap out of it, to be honest. That's probably what's taking all the time. What do you think, Sleuth?
Hold on. I'm trying to. Hold on. Okay. Wait, what was the question? I was shutting off the phone line.
Oh, okay. All these documents getting released. I think it's taking all this time because they got to redact so much of it.
I don't know. I mean, that's usually, if that's the task, they should have been quick at it. You know what I mean? Like, that's what they do. If I was a judge, you would think if I was being tasked with something, I would take it seriously and I get that shit done and take pride in the fact that I'm getting it done properly and quickly, you know, especially if what Greenlee said, he's making it seem like it was never really listed as to be sealed and that they were improperly filing it as such. So you would think that would kind of make them act a little quicker for the public, in my opinion.
Agreed. And Kevin Greenlee is doing an awesome job.
Yeah,
I was
shout out to
wondering
Greenlee.
why he filed, to represent certain parts of the case. I was wondering what was going on with that.
Well, he's doing what I like to call holding our hand.
Yeah, yes, he is.
Yeah, he's like, come with me, children. I'm going to show you how this is done. You
Right.
simply invoke what your rights are, and this is how you do it. And I'm going to show you how. Come with me, children. And I thank him for that.
Oh, I do as well.
Yeah, hold my hand. Hold my hand all the way, as long as I can learn, and then others can hold my hand next time. That's cool.
That's it. Now, Ivy just asked, what is the CO? That's a conservation officer, Ivy.
Sorry, I'm neglecting the chat here.
I got your back, brother.
Thank you.
We call them game and fish down here.
They're park rangers here, and they don't fuck around at all.
No. Yeah, it's amazing.
Well, the thing is, here they deal with cartel trying to set up shop and grow marijuana fields, and
Sure.
yeah, they get murdered on the drop of a dime. They're not going to play with anybody.
Yeah, down here it's if you catch a snook that's too long. That's what
Recently some poor kid came in from California, and they found him in a fire pit, I guess.
Oh, that 18-year-old?
Yeah, not far from where I grew up, out there in Apache Junction. I grew up out there.
Oh, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's insane. But you know what? It's nothing new. A couple of people that I grew up with, it's a dangerous city, Phoenix.
Yeah. Now, I noticed earlier in chat that Support with Steffa moved to the Villages in Florida. She said she was visiting somewhere, but she can't wait to get back to the Villages. Have you ever heard of the Villages?
No, never heard of it.
It's like it's a huge, very nice retirement community. It's like a city. You know, they have everything there. I go to the VA there at the Villages sometimes, but it's also the STD capital of the world. That's where that whole pineapple sticker on your golf cart thing.
Oh, yeah, I remember the whole STD outbreak of people over 40.
That's what the Villages is.
It's just math. I mean, you know what I mean? You tell them, don't worry about it, they're going to do it.
Yeah, right. Exactly. But I'm waiting on I would trade all these documents for the coroner's report, to be quite honest with you.
Why? I've seen the coroner's report.
You have?
Yeah, I have it.
Unredacted.
Well, it's not unredacted. There's a couple things, but for the most part, yeah.
So you know the time of death, cause of death, and all that?
Time of death, cause of death, yep.
Dude, when did you get that?
A while ago.
Wow. You know, I've been
It's
asking for it.
It's what you think.
Okay. Well, I don't think anything. That's just it.
Hmm.
I don't think anything. I don't
So
go by
is there
anything
anything-
off of those audio recordings. Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Is there anything that we don't already know, Slee?
No, you know, there's the water element. There's the Erskine element. All that stuff is right.
Okay, well, that wouldn't be in the coroner's report.
No,
Now, I've heard what Erskine said. I've seen those.
Okay, let me correct myself. Not the coroner's report.
You saw the text, the leaked text.
Death certificate.
Okay, death certificate. Well, that's close. I haven't even seen that, to be honest with you. But the coroner's report's a little bit different. But the death certificate gives the time of death?
Yeah. For one, I've only seen one. I didn't see Abby.
Okay. And if you don't mind sharing, what was the time of death?
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about any of that.
Okay, that's fine. I totally understand. Totally understand.
But it's exactly what you think in the Erskine text.
Okay.
If this coincides with that, for sure.
Okay. Because I'm most curious about time of death and whether or not SA was involved. That'll show intent and all that.
I didn't see any of that, and the portions where it could have been, I didn't see anything filled in there.
Right.
They said no essay, didn't they?
Check this out.
In the original, sorry, in the original text, they said no essay.
Here, let's listen to this real quick. Sorry, guys. This is Ives talking to Dr. Oz.
It's impossible to
Can you hear that?
think of a motivation for the crime.
Can you hear that, everybody? Miss Dog Lover? Chat? All right, listen to this. All right, listen to this. If you can hear this, Ruckus and Miss Dog Lover, give me your opinion on this.
It's impossible to think of a motivation for the crime. Generally, when you have a murder in rural Indiana, Carroll County, the motive was obvious, the suspect was obvious, and as I've told people, the crime scene is very unusual. It's all very strange. If you had arrived at this crime scene where the girls' bodies were found, there were 3 or 4 physical characteristics of the crime scene that you absolutely would take pictures of. And I'm not certain of the exact significance of these things, but they are very unusual.
What the hell is he talking about?
What do you think, Miss Dog Lover? I have an opinion about Mr. Ivy, trust me.
What would you need to take pictures of?
Well, my question is, when's the last time he's been on a crime scene that he's describing like that?
Well, he said it's very misleading is what I'm getting from him. He's saying like it's almost like he's giving us a common sense standpoint, not an investigator standpoint. He's like, if you would have seen this from a common sense standpoint, you would not know what the hell you're looking at.
Now, is he talking from the killer's point of view, though? It's something you'd want to take a picture of?
I think he's talking from his point of view, like from he's trying to say like from us, like you, the rookie, what's a good word for it? The novice,
civilian.
Yeah, we call
the civilian.
Yeah,
the civilian. I think that's what he might be saying. Let's listen again. Let me see.
It's impossible to think of a motivation for the crime. Generally, when you have a murder in rural Indiana,
it's impossible to think of a motivation for the crime.
County. The motive was obvious. The suspect was obvious. And as I've told people, the crime scene is very unusual.
The crime, or like, what is going on with Richard Allen that this crime scene is very unusual?
Hey, what's going on that the motive was obvious? What
It wasn't
upsets me about
obvious.
that
No,
whole
he's
thing?
saying it wasn't obvious.
No,
That's
he
his.
just said it wasn't. He said,
No,
and then he said, and the motive. If you play it back, then he says the motive was obvious.
no, he's saying it wasn't obvious. That's what he's saying. He's saying it was so strange. Here, and I'm going to play it from the beginning and I'll just let it go through. He's
Yeah,
saying,
thanks.
no, it wasn't obvious. He's saying, like, they're clueless. They have no clue. To me, it's like somebody who's out of their mind, maybe.
Who
Well,
is
let's
this
listen.
guy
It's
again? Sorry.
impossible to think of a motivation for the crime.
See, he's saying it's impossible right there.
Right now,
It's
let it play.
impossible to think of a motivation for the crime. Generally, when you have a murder in rural Indiana, Carroll County, the motive was obvious.
See,
The suspect
he
was obvious.
contradicted himself.
No, listen. Listen to what he's saying. He's talking about other crimes at that point in time. Listen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, listen to what he's saying.
It's impossible to think of a motivation for the crime. Generally, when you have a murder in rural Indiana, Carroll County, the motive was obvious. The suspect was
He's
obvious.
saying generally.
I got you. No, I
Yeah,
understand now.
okay, gotcha.
I understand now.
Okay. We'll play it one more time just for anybody who was curious.
It's impossible to think of a motivation for the crime. Generally, when you have a murder in rural Indiana, Carroll County, the motive was obvious. The suspect was obvious. And as I've told people,
Okay, so he's talking about what a typical. Let's use what you're talking about, Ruckus. He's saying typically the motive is obvious. The suspect is obvious. Why is that not so obvious with this case?
Yeah, in a rural area like that, or urban, period, 99% of the time, it's a crime of passion. The victim knows who
Yeah, and
killed
they're staging to try to make it look like trying to create distance.
or something. Yeah, we just don't know. We don't know yet.
No, I mean in general, like most sometimes the killer will kind of stage the crime scene or whatever, trying to make it seem like he doesn't know these people, but really he does, or they
Yeah,
do.
people do the stupidest shit under the stress of that kind of stuff. And we've all seen the interviews. I've been involved with interviews. They say the stupidest shit too, like somebody's going to believe them.
Yeah, and Robert Ives makes it seem like this is a really messed up crime scene. And the more and more they talk about Richard Allen being kind of out of his mind right now, maybe he was out of his mind then.
Yeah, they got to prove that though. I'm not saying he wasn't. Nobody can say that he was not, but they got to prove it. That's the one thing. That's why they subpoenaed his records from CBS and stuff like that.
All I can say from my perspective is looking at him, he looks like he could flip at any time. Like just looking at his eyes.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, he looks like there's something heavy on his mind. All of the photos and stuff I've seen post crime, he doesn't ever look relaxed to me at all. But there's
Yeah,
not
I mean,
there's not enough.
The eyes tell a lot about you, don't they? They say a lot about you.
Sure, yeah, and your mugshot says a lot about you as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think that guilt comes through, doesn't it, in pictures? Yeah, that picture. Oh God.
Yeah, and the choice. And from what we understand is he has clean clothes hanging up, waiting to be put on. Man, imagine going to the CVS and looking at a mugshot of a killer, and then you're getting your prescription from that killer. And that is so. I don't know if I can get over that. Look at this over his shoulder. And look, this is kind of like what the FBI was trying to explain. Because he definitely looks different, right? This looks like a different person. What do you think about that, Ruckus?
Well, he looks different in every photo to me.
I mean, this one though. Look, this looks like somebody that's not even him.
I think I don't know. Maybe
This
you've
looks
got
like
split
Libby's dad
personalities.
almost. Have you ever seen Libby's dad with like the bald head and the big beard?
Now, you talking about Derek?
Yeah, Derek.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wears that beard and that bald head.
Nothing wrong with a bald head.
Yeah. Like, what's that? You think that has anything to do with anything? You think he's trying to like provoke him? Or is that like a gang thing?
I don't, dude. The sketches never meant anything. to me.
Yeah, this is so weird. It's like it's not him. Hold on. We got Steffa joining us.
Right on.
Steffa, hello.
Hey, y'all.
Hold on. Let me bring you up here
'Kay.
where I'm at and drop me down here. Hold on. Give me a second.
Hey, Steffa.
Hey, dog lover.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good. Nice to speak to you again.
Yes, nice to speak to you. I was just calling.
There we go.
I was trying to get in when y'all were talking about him looking crazy and if he was crazy at the time of the crime. That's what I was calling to talk about because I had a nurse that worked with the patients that would get them from the criminally insane, and then how they determined if they stayed there, or how the judge determined if they should actually go to prison or if they should go to if they should be sent to the just stay in the hospital for the criminally insane. And I learned so much from her. It was really interesting. And so I give her updates and she kind of tells me like, oh, well, this is what's happening. And the forensic psychiatrists and psychologists amaze me that it is amazing. These guys usually do not get by them. She said maybe 0.1% might get, through to these guys. And, as far as pretending to be psychotic, because they have learned what true psychopathy is. So I learned all this stuff about it. And so I kind of wanted to share with y'all when you were talking about it, like talking about, was he psychotic at the time? And she was explaining that there was no way that he could have been out. He can't claim being, psychotic at the time because he had enough thought to turn his car around and hide his license plate. So if he was and to hide his face. So if he had enough whereabout to do that, then he was not in a true psychotic episode. Because
like if you're really out of your mind, you're not going to be so premeditated. You're just going to be out being like a maniac, really.
Right. You can't make judgment calls.
Okay.
Yeah, it was definitely not an event of psychosis.
Well.
Yeah, I don't see like a psychotic individual. Like we got somebody backing up. We got somebody running down the pathway there towards the bridge. Somebody else seeing this person who actually made their way. It would take like a little bit of the witnesses have proven that the killer or the person actually had a little bit of physical strength, and they went a little bit out onto that bridge. So the killer had a little bit of some kind of leg strength, right, to make it out that far.
But to hide the license plate actually just shows premeditation as well.
Yeah,
So
but I mean, what about defense saying he never really said it was a CPS building? He said it was the farm building.
Yeah, the Farm Bureau. But I guess a lot of people thought that, that had one time had been the Farm Bureau building.
Oh yeah. How convenient, Mr. Prosecutor.
yeah.
And who cares if he got the name wrong? Like,
I don't.
I do. An innocent man cares.
Right.
Right. You know what I mean?
And then
just saying.
like I was showing her the pictures. Well, the first picture had already come out. The first one where we thought he looked really bad. One where he had the red shirt and it looked like he had vomited on himself. And she was like, that's not, you can't look at somebody. And even Deb talked about her husband saying you can't look at somebody with psychosis and tell if they're in psychosis. Well, then I showed her, I was like, you got to see the video, how awful he looks. And, you know, and she's like, well, yeah, he probably is all doped up, and he is probably does have episodes of psychosis. He's been locked up. And we learned that in nursing school, that after 24 hours that your patients, you shouldn't have them in isolation because they will experience psychotic symptoms. That's not unusual for somebody that's, you know, cut off from the world. But anyway, so I was telling her, you know, they're probably going to have, you know, a competency. She goes, well, she's like, that's fine if they do competency and they're going to with him because he isn't incompetent. What they'll do is they'll send him to, if the judge says that he should go over to the state prison or state hospital, they'll send him over there. They'll restore him to competency and send him back. And I said, well, have they ever sent somebody over to restore competency and then them not been, you know, and they were not able to be restored? She said, no, absolutely not. She's like, I don't know of any state hospital of where they sent someone over that was competent when they walked in the jail door, and then they became incompetent during their time from isolation, and then sent to us, and we got him restored to competency. She's like, that's what they're doing for a living. These forensic psychiatrists and psychologists know what they're doing. She said, I've seen where we've sent them back to the jail, and the jail is the jail doesn't let them use the same medications that we say to use. So that'll make them have to come back again. But she's like, they always end up back if they've come to us and they were competent when they walked in the jail. They always end up, we restore to competency and send them back. And it was really
Let me ask you
interesting.
something real quick, Steffa. The picture, can you see that image up there on the screen?
Yes.
I'll be right back, guys.
So this was an image taken. We'll see you in a little bit, Ruckus. This image was taken December, about 2 months prior to the crime. Doesn't that look very similar to him now?
Yeah, he looks thin there.
I mean, is he sick? That don't look sick. Look, he's got the weird neck stuff going on, very slim. Let's say the defense gave us this image right now, right? Wouldn't that make him look very sick? But that's what we see now.
Right.
So, well, what if he was sick at the time of the crime?
Well, you mean like sick, like he looks like he has cancer in the pictures.
He just I don't know if he's sick or not, but I don't know what's going on. This is about December. This is early December, like December 6th of 2016. Wow. So his brother-in-law is dead. Died in September. His daughter at this point is engaged to another person of another race, by the way. Filipino, I think. So I don't know what's going on with this dude at this time. But right here, this is December 6th. And he looks like he does right now in his little wheelchair, trying to act all pathetic and shit, right? Look. Skinny. Very skinny.
Well, he looked like he came in on Thorazine when he came in, but he does this look. And I don't know if you have the clip when he's walking into like the courtroom and he looks at the camera and he looks evil, that there is there's like something that just scared the EBGBs out of me. And I thought, there he is. There's the man that
you're talking about this, right? This one?
Let's see. I'm watching you from my TV, so it's a little bit behind, so it hasn't come up yet.
Is it the
Yeah.
eyes? It's the
Yep.
eyes for me. I just can't.
Mhm.
He just,
Yeah.
and it's the way he does it when he's walking. He does this look up, and
And
you
no, what he
see.
does is
Ugh,
it's not only his eyes, it's he has a stroll. He does this quick little stride, and then he does that before he does something else. That's the only reason I would even bring it up is if he would have just walked out of that room and just been the same as when he walked out of the room, okay, that's fine. But look at him. This is him walking out of the room. Look at his eyes.
yep.
But it's not necessarily this picture for me. It was the one him getting in or out of the van where
Yeah,
he was looking
here, I have
directly
more.
at the camera.
But yeah, that's a good example.
Oh wait, what on the right side is brown, the left side is blue. I never noticed that before. His eyes are different colors.
I don't know. I've noticed in different pictures that his eyes are different colors.
I never noticed that.
Yeah.
I noticed somebody in chat said that it's cruel to put them in solitary confinement, and it is. It is not a good thing to be in solitary confinement, but the reason they're saving his life, because if they put him out in general population, do you know what kind of torture he would be in?
Both these images are them walking of him walking out of the room. And if you notice, they don't look pathetic. Either one of them don't look pathetic. But if you look at the image that follows each one of these, they're both pathetic.
You see the evil that's.
Yep.
Because
And not only that, he comes out with the stroll. He takes his first few steps with kind of like a stride, like, "Yep, you guys are all here for me." And then he kind of snaps his fingers, and it's like a new person. But trust me, when he comes out of that room, it's all enjoyment.
yeah, Alice said narcissism. That is narcissism.
And I think
I wonder if he's got multiple personalities, because he looks so different in every picture to me. And your personality comes out in, you know, how you look physically, I think.
Yeah. And you know how we learn that that people want to go, they think it's a better deal to go to live in the state mental hospital than go to prison. Well, something else I learned, that usually your sentence is more harsh if you go live in the prison. I mean, in the mental hospital. Like she said, that they would have people that would have like a 30-year sentence if they just went to prison, but then will have to spend the rest of their life in the state hospital, but could have just taken 30 years in prison. And the state hospital is just as strict and not, just as rough as it is in prison, and you're sleeping next to, a serial killer, or you know what I mean? It's not like you're going to a regular hospital. It's still just as rough as prison. It was interesting learning that stuff.
yeah, that's interesting.
I'm back.
You mean I have to start all over because
Yeah,
Ruckus was
Yeah.
gone?
yeah. Everything, I missed everything except for Slew saying, "Hey, how's everybody doing?"
No, he's gonna have to go back to the replay because that was good.
Steffa, I watched that live you had with your friends that worked with psychotic
Yeah.
psychotic people.
Yeah,
That was
good.
fantastic.
Really good.
Now her husband still does, and that he said that's what he's going to retire doing, and he loves it. And not that she didn't, but she was ready for something different.
I'll be right back. Ruckus, Steffa, and
We got you.
Save all the dogs.
Miss Dog Lover. You guys hang tight real quick. Give me a minute or two.
Miss Dog Lover will keep us in check. Maybe.
I've got to go to bed in a minute. So just to ask you guys, what do you think the actual motive is?
That's the question of a lifetime. What was the motive? Do you think that we're gonna, when we find out, we're gonna be like, oh, or do you think we're never gonna know?
I think it's perversion. Period.
Do you? Do you think that there was a sexual component? Like,
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean,
I
I
think so
started a
too.
5-part series that, to me, this is an abduction gone wrong. He wasn't planning on kidnapping them on the south end of the bridge and then walking them back to the CPS building, but yet
Nope.
they charged him with kidnapping.
No, I believe that there was a car supposed to be waiting on that private drive, because there is no way. I've been to that crime scene, and there is no way that the plan was to go through that freezing cold water in February to go across that creek. Well,
No, that was never part of the plan.
no,
Never.
nope.
And to me, the girls were running home. That was, they're familiar with that area. They've been to Ron Logan's, batting the horses and stuff. So they were trying
Yep,
to run home. That's just my opinion.
agreed.
But the next part of the series I'm doing is on Richard Allen, trying to get into his head.
I'd like to see. I'd like to know, and it's none of my business about him, but I'd love to know how his wife is thinking now, because I think it was Frank or somebody that was at the that was in the hearing on the 15th had said that she had been like laughing at some point, like during, I don't know if it was during the hearing or like right before the hearing. And I thought, I couldn't be laughing. You know what I mean? How you would feel terrible for the families too, even if, you believed your husband was innocent. There's still, regardless, there are two girls that are dead in, two families that are, will never be the same.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe she's in denial and she's just
That's,
hysterical.
and
I
that
thought
could
it was
totally
odd that
be.
she called him her person, too, not her
Yeah,
husband.
that was crazy.
Now, my wife doesn't follow any of this stuff. She could care less about any law enforcement, anything. And I showed her, just like last week, I showed her the video of Bridge Guys. She's never really looked at it. And I said, if that was me, would you know that was me? And in 2 seconds, she was like, yes, of course I would know it was you. Just by
No,
the
Ruckus, I
clothes.
asked my wife the same thing. I said, hey, look, I'm asking you a serious question. And I go, this is like a real experiment. Like, I need to know, like, this is from, like, for my channel. Like, I really want to know, like, what, not only did she know, but what would she do? And honestly, the answer was shocking.
What'd she say?
I'm not going to say.
I
Okay.
know what my wife would do. She'd turn me in 2 tweets.
Well,
She'd call
also,
my son, is what she would do.
she go, yeah, he'd get your ass.
Yeah.
Well, if you've never been in a relationship with a psychopath or narcissist, you don't understand. And I have been in a relationship with, in a narcissistic, abusive relationship, unfortunately. And when that happened, you,
Oh, no, wait, hold on. What'd she say? She said, did it have to do with kids? And I said, yes. And she said, yes, I would turn you in. And I said, well, what if it didn't? She said, well, I don't know.
yeah, I could, that would be hard, because you're about to lose your
I don't
family and
know.
everything.
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't turn my wife in. I mean, it's like, look, I'm facing eternity with this person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is the person that I've chosen to be with for eternity. Who are you to like override that? Like, that's hard. That's hardcore.
But I don't think Kathy is thinking with the same
I
mindset
think
that
so.
you and I
No,
are.
I think so even more, because she's been with this person right out of high school.
So her
She
mind is different.
for her it's written in stone. For me, it's just a thought.
Yeah.
I've seen couples that have been together 30 years. You separate them and interview them, and they roll on each other quick.
But I
Not
think
these
she is,
not this couple.
I don't
I
think I think she's a victim of narcissistic abuse, or she is a victim with a psychopath because they make you challenge your own reality. They make you think that your reality isn't really your reality. And that happened. My daughter will tell me things and go, Mom, do you remember when blank
Did you
did this?
let me
And
ask
I
you this, Steffa. Did you watch the video that Thomas Frost or the Inquisitor put out with Richard Allen kind of playing pool and Kathy Allen hanging around behind him with the friends and
no.
all that? Yeah, you need to watch that.
That would be really interesting. I didn't know that there was one that
Mm-hmm.
And just before I
interesting.
stepped away for a minute, I heard Steph saying we were talking about psychotic episodes and stuff like that. Everywhere I go, I back in. It's a habit. Everywhere I go, because I'm
Shout
one of
out to
these
Derek
people that
Farmer.
if I have to get out of there, I want to get out of there. So if he did it all the time, that's different. But if that's something that's out of character for him, that's a whole nother story.
But he's
I just wonder. I wonder if his wife was and still is scared of him, because I heard.
Well, let me
something,
ask
I
you
don't
this:
know if
what
it's
makes you think
true.
that his wife isn't the motivation?
Well, I heard that he threatened her to do something to her in a car park outside of
Yeah,
a
I mean,
bar.
I've had plenty of friends where I didn't really know what was going on with them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of started to kind of look closely in like what was going on. And just as much as men can be abusive, I think some women can be the same way. So I don't
They
see any
can.
signs. I don't see any
Yeah,
signs of
definitely. I
that
agree.
going on
Yeah.
with Kathy. I'm just saying we don't know the motivation. I'm so lost on what can motivate this MFer to do what he did. Um, that's the only part I'm really lost on. Like, what motivated you to do this? Like, what the was she pissed? Did he get into a relationship with this girl, one of the girls?
I don't know.
And he's like, well, you're gonna go ahead and ruin my life, so I need to end you before you tell everybody about our relationship.
I mean, I have thought that it as well, that somebody was about to out him, that, or, one of the girls, I don't know. I mean, or they got information, that he was in this, ring of not pedos, or, well, I guess possibly pedo, but
Well, they said in Keegan Klein's transcript they have some kind of CSAM ring that's
Ring,
some CSAM ring that's like larger than anything they've ever seen.
yep.
That started from Keegan Klein. I
Yeah,
mean,
from
how do
that
we
drop off.
forget?
Yeah.
Are we just supposed to forget about all of that? I don't
No.
know. Like, I don't
No,
understand.
I haven't. I haven't.
I'm just saying, like, do we
But the peer pressure.
yeah,
Slim,
people
you know what I
are
mean?
they don't even think about it.
If this was a thing where more people are involved, which I believe it is, people that don't, I'm okay with that as well because we
100%.
don't know.
100%. Why else would they be doing what they do? Think about it. Ruckus, is double jeopardy, is that a real thing?
Yes, you cannot have double. It's a one-shot deal.
So do you think that could have been the reason why they weren't messing with Richard Allen?
Yes.
I mean, look at this. Did you see that? Hold on.
Absolutely.
Let me go back.
Yep.
Look at this. Here, let's stop right there. Boom. That's
there it is.
If you don't have what you need, that's double jeopardy right there.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to get it right. That's why once they turned everything over and they arrested him, and I know to a lot of people, we've all looked at a lot of PCs, and this one looks weak, but there's enough there for his arrest. And guess
let
what?
me ask you
It's been
before
6
you say
months and
anything
it's
else.
still
Hold
there.
on. Let me ask you this. What you see in this image here, is that the same jacket?
It could be.
Come on, man.
Oh, I didn't give you the answer you wanted? Yes, that's the jacket.
Yeah, he didn't give me the answer I wanted.
All right. No,
hey,
I
you
agree.
don't have to. for me to know goddamn well that that's the goddamn jacket.
No, you're right. That's it.
Look at this son of a bitch.
Can I just say, actually, I don't know if people have spotted it, but that slight white bit in the jacket, and that's shown in the picture there, and that is shown on the picture on the bridge, that is a white lining of a jacket.
To
So
me,
I think
that's a
that is
shirt.
the jacket.
But you may be right. To me, it looks like a shirt, but you could absolutely be right. Now, does Carhartt make a jacket, or does anybody make that color jacket with a white lining?
That looks nicer than a Carhartt jacket.
Well, the truth is, regardless of what it is, it most likely doesn't exist anymore.
If he's smart.
If he's smart, and I think he is smart. I don't think he's that smart, because if he was that smart, he wouldn't be in prison right now.
You're
Well-
close, Sleuth, but you're trying too hard.
Yeah, I'm trying
You're
too
trying
hard.
too hard. Yeah,
I'm trying too
he's not
hard.
smart. Yeah, don't
it
try
hot?
and accent it. Just take the R out. He's
Okay.
smart. He's not smart.
Didn't he say though that he still, and his wife say he still had that jacket?
Yeah.
He said he had a Carhartt jacket.
Mm-hmm. And that's not a Carhartt jacket.
No, that one
not
isn't.
a Carhartt. Yeah, that's not a Carhartt jacket right there. I don't give a fuck what he says.
I've never
is not
seen
a
one in
Carhartt.
person, I don't think.
No, I've had plenty of Carhartt jackets. I've had Dickie jackets, Carhartt jackets. That's not a Carhartt jacket. That's
I had members
some-
only,
this
stuff
is-
like
thi-
that. I'm from the 80s, bro.
Members
this
only.
this is like something that he really, this is something that he likes, I think. This jacket here is something that he really likes to represent. He's out with his wife. They're at the mall. He wants to wear this. He's not just going to the grocery store. So this is something different here. I'm not
Now,
quite
what
sure
if he
yet.
was muddy and bloody? Would he keep it?
Yeah, he would keep it because
Now, what do you guys think about that? Is there a muddy and
I'm-
bloody witness?
I don't know if that. I mean,
It's in
well,
the PC.
it's in the PC. You're right. It is in there.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this. It doesn't matter really what evidence there is, right? That relates to you if they can't connect it to you. Right?
Correct.
So
That's circumstantial.
if he's going, it's day 2, day 3, day 4, and they're talking about all this shit and this guy on the bridge and this video and this and that, but they haven't come for you. They haven't taken you into jail. I mean, why would you really trip, right?
Well,
Wouldn't
Sleuth, as a man, how do you think this guy maintained for almost 6 years?
I think it was at that point he got cocky. It was
'Cause
right
even
then.
if we made a mistake, anybody.
Nah,
can
it was
do
that first little moment where he was like, man, he was like really fucking really cocky, and that's why I think that his wife and everybody around him knew. I think,
Think
it was at
the
that.
switching gears. He was like, "Ha ha!" They have no idea.
Nah. I think it was the switching gears where people that were thinking about turning him in were like, nah. But why didn't they turn him in? He has history. Why the fuck? Think about it. There was $300,000. Why not turn him in?
Who
This
turned
guy
him
has-
in?
Nobody turned him in. He
Right.
has history.
Or didn't they? Because I have not seen that daughter at any of the hearings.
He's got other murders. This guy has got history. He's a hitman. He's something. We don't know his motivation. Like, why would they talk? Like, come on, man. Like, look, they even went on 4chan. There was somebody that was, do I have to pull it up? Please go check out my video. I have a
What-
video about 4chan where there's people who are talking about him before anybody mentions Richard.
Oh
Allen.
yeah, and they call him Richard.
Richard. They talk about Richard, this guy on the bridge. Just come on.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to go to bed, guys. But it was so good to speak to you. Thanks for having me on.
Have a good night, hon.
Thanks, Miss
Good
Dog
night.
Thanks, Miss Dog
Good
Lover.
night. Bye-bye.
Lover. Bye.
So, do you think that he lived every day in fear? Like I would be. When I was in the 2nd grade, I stole a pair of sunglasses, and I still remember it.
Wait, what?
In the 2nd grade, I stole a pair of purple sunglasses that had mirrors. Remember the 80s mirrored sunglasses? And I still remember it and have guilt. So if I can still remember that, and I told my parents because I felt so horrible about it, and he did the unthinkable. Do you think every day he thought it? I mean, like, was like, haha, I got away with it, or was he like, oh shit, when are they coming for me?
No, it
But
was like a
but
really
was it the
it was like
unthinkable, or was it bang
it was
bang?
like a really disgusting remembrance. Every time he remembered it, it was extremely disgusting. You know what I mean?
Well, we all block things out that's not pleasant. We're all guilty of that. We do. But
That's not what happened here with him. This
let me
is
ask
his
you
most
something.
cherished moment.
But let me ask you something. If there's other people involved, if there are, right? Why would he be
Good
walking
question.
down 300 muddy and bloody?
Because
And I
he's
agree
done.
with you. I'm
He's done.
positive others are involved. I'm positive. I'm just
Um,
trying to play devil's advocate here.
Yeah,
let's
why
say
would
this. Let's say this, Ruckus. He's done. He's done, and he's going back to his vehicle.
where are they though? What
Yeah, we're the people that helped him.
great
Wh-
question.
What does
Because
that have to wait? What does that have to do with anything right now? What does that have to do with Muddy and Bloody guy?
Well, Muddy and Bloody guy was not just on the side of the road from where the crime took place.
Yeah, he was.
No, he had to travel up that ravine,
We don't know that.
either through the graveyard.
We
So
don't
he
know
didn't
where he
levitate.
went. We don't
know
know
he
where he traveled. We know where he was seen.
No, we
Wait.
don't know where he was seen. We just know on 300.
No, we do.
Where on 300? Was he on the Who's Your Harvest Store video?
No, away from.
he was closer to
No,
Ron's.
hold on. If you look at the probable cause affidavit, it says away from the High Bridge. The only place away from is pretty much like between the cemetery and the Mears lot. That's the only opportunity really anybody's going to see you where you're walking away from the High Bridge and not seen by everybody else.
Well, that's really far away from where his car would be parked.
Unless you guys are going to really talk with Derek German and Tara German and Becky German and ask them, or Becky Patty, and ask them like, what the hell, what is the accurate timing?
Because they were all around that area.
Yeah,
during
right
that
there.
time.
They were right there. Apparently, there was cars on both sides. There's nowhere to hide. The only where to hide is you're coming out of that cemetery and you're watching everybody looking for the people that you just killed. And
Yeah.
you're not walking anywhere down that path. You're not walking anywhere near where they're parked. You're walking behind the Mears lot. I'll guarantee it's like 99%
In that
it
field?
just has to be.
How do you
Then there
think
would
he
have to
got
be
there?
footprints in that field.
Do you
Or
think he?
evidence.
Nobody cares. Nobody's going to take the time to go look. Think about that. The man hours, and then just to verify that. It's ridiculous.
Well,
Do you
while
think
I'm
he?
there, Suth, I'm going to have some time while I'm there.
Yeah,
I
take
I
that
sent
walk.
you my
If-
number. Between
Yeah.
now and then, text me. And
Yeah,
do you have an Apple?
I would love to see you kind of like put that into perspective. Like, hey, from the cemetery across the street, because if you listen to the probable cause affidavit, it says the north side of 300. So they're obviously on the opposite side of the cemetery, on the opposite side of the road.
Right.
And the witness says past the Monon High Bridge. So that means she's past that. So she's nowhere near like Wilson Bridge. She's nowhere near that. It's got to be somewhere after the cemetery. I mean,
Well,
that's
I'm going to walk
that,
on different sections of 300 and have Steve recording as he drives by. Do you follow me?
Yeah.
So we can kind of. But do you have an iPhone, Sleuth?
Yeah, that's what I use.
Okay. Well, before I go next month, I sent you my number. Shoot me a text or whatever.
Yeah, got it.
We can FaceTime, and you can tell me what you want specifically, and I'll do it for you. I don't mind.
Now, this is a weird question. In the Ron Logan affidavit, they talk about getting the girls like on, was it 25 or 300? They don't talk about the girls being taken on the trail or the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
What, that I have not understood. Do you guys know how to parallel like why they
Harvest Store video?
But why are they saying the girls were taken there instead of the bridge or the trail?
Wait, what do you mean taken where?
Like they were kidnapped from the road instead of.
No matter what, they were kidnapped. Like,
Yeah,
no
That's
matter
a
what,
big difference.
People would
even
argue
if
if they were first.
even if they were found right under the bridge, they were
Correct.
kidnapped to
Correct.
that point.
But it's on
so-
video that they were taken there. So
So that's the kidnapping, and that's the point that Richard Allen is charged with, is the fact that they're saying we know that was you on that video, and they were found dead moments later. That's what he's charged with. He's not charged with, hey, I pulled out this sharp weapon and I started like,
Right.
I was me physically doing the crime. But they know from what they have, that's all they got to prove. It's not first degree murder or whatever. It's
Right.
just he kidnapped them and then they were murdered. So he's responsible for their murder.
Right. And I get that, but I'm trying to understand how he kidnapped them at the bridge, but how on Ron Logan's it says they were kidnapped at 300. So how can they be kidnapped at two places?
What do you mean 300?
On the Ron Logan affidavit, it gives a totally different.
What page are you looking at?
I don't have it up here because I'm on my phone.
Are you talking about the search warrant?
Yes, I'm sorry, the search warrant. Yes. The one that what's his name signed? The judge signed. The judge that I still am not sure is not involved.
Do you have it? You can share it.
Hold on.
You can select to share.
I'm on for my phone. Hold on. Let me get my laptop.
Yeah, go ahead and select share, and then I'll go ahead and give you those privileges, and you can plop it right on there.
Well, I'm on my phone, so how am I going to switch?
You can do it. You should be able to do it from there. If you're finding it on your phone, you should be able to share it on your phone.
Okay.
But yeah, Sleuth, if you get with me, I'll get whatever footage you want while I'm there.
Yeah, what are you planning on doing? What are you thinking? Like, I mean, the dude obviously came out of that freaking cemetery, right?
Somewhere thereabouts.
Like through that field, maybe? Like, because me personally, I don't know, I would go right through that goddamn field. And I'm not thinking about anything. I'm going through that field, muddy and bloody, and then as soon as I come out to the road, somebody that sees me, that witness that's most likely saying they saw this person is going to see him on that road. At that point, I'm going to get the fuck off the road, right?
Yeah, where do you go, though?
Right behind the Mears lot,
fields.
man.
On the north side, it's all fields.
I'm going right behind the Mears lot. Or the reason that Derek German hasn't spoken is because he's a fucking witness. He might have seen this motherfucker.
Ron Logan may have seen him.
No, I'm saying Derek German might have seen the killer right in front of his fucking eyes. Just seen him, watched him walk in front of him.
Do you think he reported that?
He could be the young guy sketch.
You're saying he saw Richard Allen
leaving
and described him in that as a young guy sketch.
Yep. Without the jacket, without all the bullshit, nothing covering his face, nothing. Just the young guy sketch. And that's why
because the muddy, bloody witness didn't say anything about a face covering. Right?
Yeah, and that could be why we're not even hearing anything about him. Because think about it. The muddy and bloody witness says, hey, I saw this guy walking down the street around 4 p.m. Right then and there, that's when Tara German and Derek German are sitting in a vehicle at the Mears lot, asking each other, what the fuck is going on? Well, guess who apparently is walking right by in front of them? The fucking killer.
Why wouldn't Tara say that, though? If that was the case. Now, who got there first? I know Derek was there, but
Derek
who
was
got
there
there
first. Derek was there first, and Tara showed up after talking with Becky. She
And
said,
then
"I'm
Becky
gonna."
and Mike were there soon after.
Well, she said, "I'm gonna go join Derek," is what Tara said.
Okay.
I'm gonna go join him, and then Becky joined Cody, and they went and drove around. But while they were driving around, Tara German and Derek German were sitting in a vehicle at 4 p.m. at the Mears lot at the very time that somebody supposedly seen the muddy and bloody guy.
But at that point, Sleuth, I mean, the girls are what, half hour late?
Sorry, Steffa. Welcome, Steffa. Sorry about that.
You're good.
I apologize.
Goodbye. Hello.
Yep. You're good. I do have the warrant, but I don't know how to make it go.
You have to request to share your screen, and then I have to give you permission.
I'm trying to figure out how to do it on the iPhone though, because I usually do it from my
Well, while you're figuring that, Ruckus, go ahead and finish what you were saying.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. That's fine. But the girls were, at that point, they were only a half hour late, right? Ish.
What do you
So it's
mean
not-
late?
it-
They weren't late for what? They weren't late for
To
anything.
be picked up. The deal was, okay, I'll pick you guys up at the Mears entrance, right? And they were like a half hour ish late for that. It's not a big deal yet. They're missing. They're actually not even missing. They're just late at that
No,
point.
the way I understand it is Derek. He's driving back towards the trails. He passes Wilson Bridge at about 3:11,
Right?
and he's calling them
Right?
like, "Hey, I'm coming." Like you have 10 minutes to get to the pickup point. I'm coming.
Well,
Maybe,
we don't know that.
well, think
don't-
about it. Well, that's what he's thinking as a father.
He said there was no answer.
No, but think about it. That's what he's thinking as a parent. Like, hey, I'm going to call you when I get to Wilson Bridge. That way you have 10 minutes to get to the point where I'm going to pick you up. Give or take. So he's like, okay, I'm calling you from this point. That'll give you the time that you need to get to the pickup point because I'm here to pick you up.
I
That's what
am
he's
a
doing.
parent, and talking from a parent's point of view, I would have been like, listen, if you don't pick up, I'm going to get there. If you're not there, you're walking home.
Yeah, but that's what
follow
I'm
me?
saying. That's the point I'm
They
making
weren't
is that
in danger then.
he expected them to pick up at the Wilson Bridge call.
Yes,
He expected
I
them to
agree.
pick up when he called that Wilson Bridge. That way he can say, "Hey, I'm at Wilson Bridge. This is a 5-minute drive. Get to the I'm going to pick you up. You got 5 minutes, 10 minutes to get there."
And that
They
was
didn't
at 3:15, right?
like 3:11, and then when he got to the spot, he called again at 3:14, and it was at 3:14 where he was like, "Man, something's up."
Cheeks sent you something in Discord.
Sent me something. I don't have my Discord open. Do I need to? Hold on.
Well, just a message in chat. I sent you something in Discord.
Here,
But according to those texts, those Erskine texts, and from what law enforcement said, it was all over by 3:30. So it could have still been happening while he was trying to call Libby, correct?
Yeah, and apparently the reason why he doesn't want to talk with anybody is because he's afraid that at the point that he was looking for his daughter, they were being murdered.
Right.
And as a father, I wouldn't want to talk to you fucking assholes or me, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, we're zips. And I
For
hope
sure.
everybody understands that. We're nothings to the family
Yeah,
and to law enforcement and all
Zipperooski.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank God Becky gives me even the time of the day once in a while.
Dude, we care. You know, this isn't all about,
I
clicks
care,
and
but
all
I mean,
that.
when it
Yeah,
comes
we
to my
care.
children, that I'm not going to give a shit about you.
Mm.
Yeah, if it has to do with my kids, yeah, I don't care about you. Sorry.
No, I agree. 100%.
That's
Dude, I
just a
have two
fact.
friends I haven't even used yet. So I don't need any new ones, you know?
Yeah, and I'm just letting that be known. Like, my kids, yeah, they come first, no matter what.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. What do you got for us, Stefa?
Hold on one second. You guys keep talking because where I thought in the beginning, I reread what I thought I read and now I'm rereading it and I don't think I read it right. So you guys keep going and I'm
Okay.
sorry.
No, that happens. That happens a lot. Actually, and a lot of times, including the Richard Allen PC, there's more than one detective involved with
Hold
writing
on,
that.
hold that thought. My old lady's calling.
Okay.
If I called my wife, my old lady, she would kick my ass.
Yeah, I bet she would. Is she from Boston as well?
Yes, she is.
You know why I like Boston?
Why?
Because that's where New Kids on the Block are from.
Oh my goodness.
Yep, that's why.
That's
That's why.
way, way after me.
Oh yeah, that was my heart. I thought I was going to marry Jordan Knight for sure. There was no
Just
question
didn't
in
work
my
out.
mind. It didn't. Well, I think that we're still hope, you
Well, it's
know.
his loss. You live in the villages now. That's his
Right,
loss.
right,
Yeah.
right. I'm in the Villages with Ron Logan.
Now, how do you like it?
With
How do you
Ron
like it in the
Logan.
villages?
Yeah, Ron and I like it a lot. We really like it with we chilling out on our golf cart. Lisa was right about the STDs though. There's a lot of STD, or it was you,
Oh
Russ.
my god, you better stop.
There is a lot of STD, and the whole upside down pineapple sticker on you, and
Yeah,
the color Converse that you wear. Let
disgusting.
people know if you're a swinger.
Well, I worked as a director of nursing at one point, and it is true about
Before Ruckus got a hold of you.
right.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
You you won't believe some of the things I walked in on. People forgetting that this person they had a spouse and they'd end up in this bed and it's crazy. But STDs are the most highest in skilled nursing facilities and assisted livings because of that. Just things are running crazy.
How you doing with that?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't have STDs.
Ruckus gets it. We know you don't. I'm sorry.
Oh,
No.
Beth Gonzalez is in Citrus County. I'm in Homosassa, Beth. On the water.
The water
Yeah.
with a WH.
It's nice. The water's blue here. I think people are out there throwing like 2,000 flushes out there for when the planes fly over. Because up in Boston, the water's gray. And where all the styrofoam cups and shit are and the foam, that's where it gets really deep. You don't go out by that.
Yeah, Tampa has beautiful water.
Yeah, they're throwing 2,000 flushes out there. Somebody's paying somebody to do that. I still don't go in it. There's sharks in there.
Sharks?
Yeah.
Socks.
I got a deal. I haven't seen one shark in my neighborhood. I don't go in theirs. It's worked out well.
Oh, you stay in. It's not that bad.
Oh, she's in Beverly Hills. I used to go to a bowling league in Beverly Hills, and I play golf at Black Diamond.
Oh, you play golf, huh?
Well, I will again. I just had my shoulders done. As a matter of fact, yeah, you played the other day. How'd you hit him? Chipping and putting okay?
Yeah, about 6 over.
Striping him down the fairway? You were 6 over? How'd you do on the second hole?
On the nice. Honestly,
You can play?
my wife, she has a tennis elbow, so usually I can't get her to hang with me when I go golfing, and I kind of explained to her, like, you got to kind of swing at that ball. You can't bang at that thing. It's all about finesse. And
That's
we went
it.
to the driving range, and she kind of understood, and she fucking started doing too good. You know what I mean? She
Well,
started
plus
doing
she gets to hit off the tee 70 yards in front of yours.
yeah, god damn it. She started doing too good, and she started driving the ball. And like me, I would drive it like, yeah, I'm killing it like 250 yards, but I'm off, to the right or whatever. And she's just killing it right down the middle, nonchalantly. No big deal.
Yeah.
And yeah, I ended up like maybe 4 strokes ahead of her at the end of it. It was ridiculous.
As long as you were ahead of her. That's
Yeah,
all
but
that matters.
I was very impressed. She was and you know what? The most important thing was um to see her chip the ball. To see a woman chip the ball that's a turn on.
Yeah, absolutely. That's eye-hand
Yeah.
coordination, big time.
Yeah, that shit turns me on, man. To see her chip that ball up off that fucking onto the green, I'm like, wow. I don't care what anybody says. It's gonna turn a man on.
Oh, absolutely. If she knows how to accelerate to the ball when she's chipping, oh yeah.
Yeah, man. To see
But
that
Beth,
ball, pop up, wow. Yeah,
little bit
that'll
of
do it.
spin on it.
Yep. Yeah, I was impressed. And we're talking like we had a great game. She was like only 3 or 4 strokes below me. I was like, man, I was so impressed.
That's awesome. My
Yeah.
wife hates golf. She said it hurts her boobs. Which is
Well, it kind of hurt my wife's boobs too because I was constantly squeezing them.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean.
But Beth Gonzalez, shoot me an email and I'll give you my number. We'll meet at Crump's and I'll buy you lunch. There's some really nice restaurants and bars on the water around here.
Okay. I figured out what I was thinking. Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
It says LG and AW were taken to the Monon High Bridge Trail located in Delphi. They were walking the trail in the area of County Road 300 North and 575 West at 2:13, which was the last time of contact with LG by cellular device. I think what they are trying to say there is that they were on the trail and the trail is near 300 North, not that they were actually taken from 300 North. But they give a longitude, latitude. I should look it up on Google Earth, like the female version of Ray Hughes. So I bet that's what they mean, don't you think?
Which part?
Okay, go. Do you have? Oh, I didn't share my screen, huh?
No.
Okay, present. Share screen.
And that's on the Ron Logan search warrant, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That doesn't have to be like 100%. You know how it was actually a female FBI agent that wrote that? The first one, anyway.
Robertson.
Yeah, and she gave coordinates.
She lied, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think she lied. It's just a general area. The judge doesn't care about any of that. They're looking
she
for
lied.
everything.
You want to hear how she lied?
Go ahead.
Check this out. Let's see.
Am I on there? Or no?
No.
Okay.
So let me know when you're ready.
Oh, okay, hold on. I thought I was sharing it. I'm sorry.
But I'm going to show something here for Ruckus.
Well, here, I'll close out of here because you can
I
do
haven't
it.
seen anything you put up yet, Steffa.
You have it?
No.
Why isn't it coming? Why isn't it working? I have it. Clicking on it, choose the share with StreamYard. Okay, I did. You're not listening. Why aren't you listening to me?
I see something now that says murder sheets, but I think that Sloop's doing that.
Yeah, this is me.
Oh, you
This is
have it.
Ron. This is Ron Logan. It says here, line 18. Logan did not ask his cousin Nulf to provide an alibi for his drive to the transfer station on February 13th. Can you see that? That's what
Yes.
the FBI put.
Yes.
I thought.
That's a bold-faced lie.
He didn't ask him for.
Oh,
He did ask him for a ride.
you know he asked.
You want to see it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
check this out. He sure did. This is the arrest warrant and the affidavit when they called him in. Let's take a look.
Now, why do you think they didn't arrest him?
Well, let's take a look. I am
To me,
Sergeant
there's enough
with
probable
the
cause to arrest
Pulaski County Sheriff's Department. During the course of another investigation, Indiana State Police Detective Tim Kendall spoke with Ronald Logan concerning his whereabouts on February 13th, 2017. Logan advised that David Nolf had come to his residence and drove him to the Carroll County transfer station. FBI fucking lied.
Okay, listen. No. Where does it say?
Yeah.
Where does it say there that his cousin said yes? That's what happened.
Who cares?
That's Logan lying. Logan's lying there.
Who's lying?
Logan. He advised that David Nuff had Nuff, however you want to pronounce it, I have no idea, had come to his residence and drove him to Carroll County transfer
Okay,
station.
exactly.
Now, what did David Nuff say about that comment?
Well, it doesn't matter. What did Logan lie about, though?
Yeah, they're saying that he didn't lie about that part.
They're saying that he didn't lie about this. We know he's lying. Let's
Now,
talk
where
about
does it-
the lie.
That is a detective from the Pulaski Sheriff's Department.
Huh? Look,
I'm a sergeant
Logan
with the Pulaski
advised
Sheriff's
that
Department.
David Knoll had come to his residence and drove him to the Carroll County trash station. He advised they then worked around the house and went to Aquarium World. So
Okay, now scroll up. Who's the heading on this? And who's at the bottom? Who signed this?
the person who signed it is Fred Rogers.
And now who is he? Person given statement. Who's Fred Rogers?
He is a detective.
It sounds like you got some work to do there.
Being duly sworn.
Is that where you're at? You're going to go check out who Fred Rogers is?
Well, it's going to be a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Here's Fred Rogers. I, Fred Rogers, being first duly sworn upon oath, says that I have probable cause for believing at this time that Ronald Logan committed the crime of count 1, operating a vehicle as a habitual traffic violator, which is what he was afraid of the entire time.
Okay, but listen. You're saying that the FBI lied. That's what you're saying to me. The FBI lied.
I'm saying that are you telling me that you don't think the FBI had this document from April 3rd, 2017? Is that what you're telling me?
When was the Ron Logan warrant written?
What do you mean? What difference does it make?
What difference does it make?
Did they have this? Did they have this
April.
file? Look. Did they have this file?
That was April 3rd, 2017. What was the date of that affidavit? Let me go.
Yeah, let's look at Ron Logan's search warrant. That was February 17th, 18th?
No, it was like March 11th.
I don't think so.
Oh, it's filed on March 17th, but let's see the date on the actual.
Yeah, it was like March. They searched.
Right, so how could they have seen this document when it didn't exist yet? You follow me, brother?
What do you mean?
Well, you got
A-
February, then March, and
well,
then
this is April. This is April 3rd of 2017.
Right. So how could the FBI have known this document existed before it did, and read it, and then lied on their search warrant for Ron Logan's home?
Yeah, it's a good point. So when was we? I guess we got to pinpoint that, right?
So what's
I got
happening is Ron Logan is just lying
And we
all
could
the
be
way
wrong.
around.
Wait, say what you said.
me.
No,
Oh,
Ruckus. What'd you say?
I said he's lying all the way around, Ron Logan. So he's saying that, yeah, no, I was saying that because I didn't want to get in trouble for driving. That's a great reason to lie. That's a great reason to lie. That's his alibi. I was lying because I was afraid.
Is that enough, though?
I don't believe so. Now, do I think he did it? No, absolutely not. And that's not where I'm going with this. But him trying to create an alibi for the time during a crime before anybody knew the crime took place.
Why is he cleaning up and why is he buying fish? Is he expecting like some kind of weird party or something? I don't know.
I don't know about you, dude, but I buy a shitload of exotic fish anytime I'm. Ask Steffa. She lives in the villages.
Ron and I both
Disgusting.
live in the villages.
Mantis shrimp. They have mantis shrimp boxing matches.
That's horrible. No, that makes a lot of sense, man. Thank you so much. Honestly.
Well, but here's my point, though. That FBI agent is just trying to get a judge to sign that search warrant. They want in his house at all costs. The bodies were found on his property.
Yeah, they believe that he's the guy. They believe he's involved.
Yeah. Or at
From
least
their
know
experience, they thought that they were going to find something that proved it.
Right. And in her experience, that they take souvenirs from the crime scenes and all that. Now, coming from the FBI, a judge.
Well, hold on. Did you hear what Ron Logan said in his letter during to the ACLU?
No, he wrote a letter to the ACLU.
Yeah, he said that Carroll County was fucking violating his rights, and that his attorney Achi said that he should expect to be charged with the double murders. And also in that letter, he stated that they were investigators were looking for 2 articles of clothing.
Right. Because they take those.
And we know what the articles are now. We
Yes,
know
we
from.
do.
Yeah, we know what that is.
How did he know it was 2 articles?
Because he had the probable cause.
Now, what do you think? What do you think about Archie, Sleuth?
I don't know, man. Like, man,
I know
don't
what Keegan thinks about
He
it.
has so much, dude. He has so much money, bro. This guy is so rich. If you were to look him up, this dude has like multiple planes and shit, and he hangs out with Rosie. Like, these motherfuckers are balling, dude.
Who's Archie?
I'm jealous.
Rosie and Aki are these defense attorneys.
Rosie is Alan's attorney.
Yeah, they got their own private planes and shit. Like, come on, man. These guys are like trying to figure out if they're going to spend the rest of their lives in prison. These guys are trying to understand whether or not they're going to spend the rest of their life flying that plane.
Yeah, they're trying to bank money. Yeah.
It's fucking disgusting. Indiana, you guys need to step the fuck up, because I know if that shit was happening in Arizona, I'm not sitting around watching that shit. So this is your chance to do something, in my opinion. Like, you guys need to step the fuck up. This shit's disgusting.
Well, we don't know everything yet.
I've seen enough to know that what's going on in Indiana and Carroll County is not what should be going on anywhere in the United States.
They make that money because there's only 7 attorneys that can do death penalty in that state. So they are going to be the highest paid.
Yeah, and that's why I kind of get pissed off if, like, right now, you got goals like, oh, I got all these other cases. I don't have time to look at look at these documents. Like, that's a little frustrating. I mean, if I was from Indiana, I'm gonna be like, really? Like, then why the fuck are you in charge? Like, fuck you.
Reg wants to know why we're talking about Ron Logan. Reg,
Who?
because I believe he's Bridge Guy.
Who's
I
Reg?
That's why.
he
Who's
Yeah,
is
that's
Reg?
not.
why. He's BG.
There's a guy
He's
named Reg.
YBG. He's OBG. He's all that. OBGYN. He's all
OBG
that.
man.
No,
Yeah,
he's a
there you go.
gigolo. He is
Yeah,
he is a gigolo in the
yeah.
villages.
He's Steph's pimp. You don't go through anybody unless if you want Steph, you go through him.
That's
That's
right.
it.
Yep.
That's right.
That's it.
Even I had to go through him just to get her to come by.
Yep.
Because I didn't want to get smacked. Sorry.
The
That's right.
SmackDown.
Yeah,
You don't
I
want the
didn't want
Ron
to get
Logan
slapped,
SmackDown.
and she doesn't want to get slapped. And Ruckus, he did get slapped.
Yeah, I don't want to get slapped.
No, well, he already got slapped by this guy,
I've
And-
been slapped.
and he choked a little bit. A little bit. He kind of choked on something. He was like, so we don't want that to happen. You know, I'm not.
Spell something.
Yeah, I don't want that. I'm not trying to choke.
I was watching a attorney on Judy Ron. I don't know if you guys know his channel, but
Yeah, he's awesome.
yeah, so Judy Ron had an attorney on there, and she said that it is illegal in Indiana to not release cause and manner of death. They have not released cause or manner of death 6 months or 6 years in.
I don't
That's-
agree with that. I mean, that's huge for an investigation to keep
That's-
the wackos out. There's a lot of people that'll confess. Stefan, they had nothing to do with it. It happens all the time. But if they don't know specifics, that's why I'm interested in seeing what Richard Allen said. I don't
Yeah.
care if it's to his wife, to medical staff, to psychiatric
Yeah,
staff.
what were the specifics? Did he say
Right.
a name? Did he mention something about the signatures or the moving of the bodies? What
Just
did he
something
say
that
about
only
those
someone at the
specifics?
crime scene would know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yep, exactly. Me too.
But see, his attorneys are saying, "Oh, he made generic statements." What define generic?
He's out of his mind, and they also say that they were different to every person that he made these statements to. They weren't consistent. So, Ruckus, you have to take that seriously.
No, you do not.
You do.
I-
do because he might. You could
No,
be
you
in
know who has to
prison.
take
You
that
could be locked.
seriously?
Wait, hold on. You could be locked up for something for 1 year, and not be responsible for it, and then go crazy. You know what I mean?
Well, you know,
I
who
just want
has
you to address the possibility that could be real.
No, 12 of his peers have to believe that at this point. There's no truth anymore. It doesn't matter. It's all smoke and mirrors, sleight of hand, presentation. It's already been turned over. Law enforcement, all this new evidence is just making them smirk. The prosecutor's just smirking. They're very confident that he's involved with this case and that he had planned to abduct / kidnap, however you want to say it, take these girls. And they're pretty confident of it.
What'd you think about Kathy Allen with the gray hair?
What?
I don't know. I was more concerned with that's my person. That's your husband. What do you mean I'd be so mad if I was her husband and I was innocent. And why would my wife say, listen, just tell the truth? She would never say that. She would never say that.
Maybe
If she said, if she's like, I saw that bridge guy video and that looks a lot like you, dude. I would say, all right, listen, yeah, these guys called me. These girls are going to be there, so I was kind of helping them meet them and all that. And I don't know what happened from there.
That
So
sounds
maybe,
like having. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, maybe, and I hate to even speculate that kind of stuff, but maybe something like that happened. But I've talked to enough women that say there's absolutely no way that I would not be able to say that was my husband. What did your wife say, Sleuth? Would she be able to say it with you?
No. I asked her. I said, "Hey," and I kind of presented her with the situation because she knows, I run my channel and everything. And I was like, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And she had some very interesting things to say. She was like, I might be able to keep a secret if it wasn't involving children,
Mm-hmm.
is
Yeah,
what she
see?
told me. She's like, if somebody came forward and was like, we believe your husband is responsible for a murder. And she was like, well, what kind of murder? And they were like, well, this, and that. And it wasn't children. She's like, well, I think, honestly speaking, I may possibly try to help you. She's like, but if I heard anything about children, she's like, no, I would turn you in.
Yeah, that maternal instinct just kicks in.
No, it's because she knows also that that's what I want to hear.
Yeah, true. And I'm here to tell you, I've been married 36 years. My wife does not say what I want to hear
Mine does.
at all. I've said this many times. I do whatever the voices in my wife's head tell her to tell me to do. I'm smart.
Yeah. Well, we're both smart then.
Yeah. Except my wife
we're
is in
both
4 strokes
we're
less
both
than me in
dumb
golf.
the same.
Yeah. Yeah. I couldn't imagine my life without my wife, to be honest with you. I couldn't even imagine it. After
Yeah,
36 years? No, I couldn't
Yeah, it's
even.
not possible.
Yeah.
And that's
And
what
I know she won't get rid of me because she doesn't want to have to train a new one. She
no
has
we,
me already trained. She doesn't want to waste all that time training a new one.
Well, she already went to war to get me to begin with. She was one of those fuck you bitches, I'm taking this man.
Oh, she stalked you.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. She was a stage 5 clinger and I loved it.
oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she was like, you guys aren't having him. This is my man.
Dude,
That's what it
wait
took.
until the first time she beats you by 1 stroke. All that'll change.
Oh no. When we were mini golfing and or not mini golfing, but we were just putting. We went to this putting place just for date night. And she beat me. I was so angry.
You guys have date night?
Yeah, we do date night.
That's smart.
We
I
do
used
it
to
too. Every Tuesday and Thursday we do dinner, dancing,
Well, date night
and all movies.
is a movie. When we say movie, like we're gonna watch a movie, that's sex.
Oh,
Yeah, movie.
Netflix and chill.
No, it's just like, hey, you like when all the kids are doing their thing. It's like, you want to watch a movie? It's like, yeah, that's sex.
Well,
movie,
we have date night on
movie
Tuesday
is code for sex.
We have date night on Tuesday and Thursday, and it's either dancing, a movie, dinner, or whatever. She goes on Tuesdays, I go on Thursdays.
Yeah, date night's different. Date night's just like we're out and we're doing random shit. Movie is like,
Boom chicka bow wow.
Brown chicken, brown cow. For
All right,
sure.
we're getting off topic here.
Well, there is no topic. This is a
So
free stream.
Kathy Allen, did she really say? Okay, she said on the tapes, allegedly, that her just tell me the truth, asking Richard Allen that, correct?
No, I don't know where that came from. And
Right. That
for
hasn't
you
been
for
vetted.
you to repeat that, Ruckus, is a little reckless.
I apologize. I
You
apologize.
need to quote that link on that one.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that on my live. On yours,
Yeah,
I will.
you're just gonna put
Yeah.
some reckless shit out on my stuff. I agree.
Right. I wouldn't do that on
Thanks.
my live.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't do that reckless stuff on yours, but mine.
But I've seen that from YouTubers that were there.
I'm trying to find the image of Kathy Allen. Hold on. It's on Twitter. So hold on.
Speaking of Twitter, I'm just going to check real quick just to make sure, nothing's been released. Just for shits and giggles. I know that I'm being ridiculous, but
no, you're not.
You never know.
No, thank you, because I would have been doing that. I plan to do that after this. But I'm going to go to the restroom. You guys hang tight.
All right, brother.
And Ruckus, stop trying to put propaganda.
No, I promise.
Into Stepha's head.
Yeah.
we know what your objectives are.
Yeah, I'm trying to undermine you. Yeah.
Okay, no updates. Ugh. This is so maddening.
You can go ahead and breathe out. I don't think they're going to happen anytime soon.
I
But they
know, but
could.
it's
That's the thing.
ridiculous.
Nobody knows when it's going to happen.
This is what's upsetting is she actually said in the courtroom, allegedly, that it would be released early in the week, which was last week. So early in the
Right.
week would be by Wednesday.
Right.
And now here we are, Tuesday of the following week. And then the response that Frank got back today was probably when he asked, well, do you think it'll be this week? And the guy said, probably not. Ugh.
Right. And
That's,
Frank has some good contacts. He
yeah.
does. I don't
But you,
even call them sources. Those are contacts. He talks to these people all the time.
but you don't make promises that you can't follow up with. That's the thing. Don't say that in the courtroom. And then now here we are later. And don't tell me that it's because of your murder cases. These should have never been held up under a blanket, my mind is blank now. A blank mind, a blanket,
Statement?
a blanket, help me out, chat. You know what I'm trying to say? A blanket, gag, or not a gag order, but what was it they were doing? I'm
I
having a
feel
mind.
bad. I wish I could help you. I just don't know where you're going with it.
They put everything not in a gag or seal. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Miss Thing. Yeah, they sealed everything like a blanket, and there is stuff that is illegal to do that. Like you have to be able to allow the public. You, for example, you just can't go around in the country and take people out of the public and not tell the public why you're doing that. So I can't just be a cop and go arrest you and put you in jail and not tell the other citizens why I did that, because there has to be checks and balances. So, but they haven't released anything. So that's the thing.
This is a hard case, though, Steffa. If this happened in Central Park in New York City, it would be odd. To happen in Delphi is off the charts. They don't know how to deal with it. I feel bad for them, to be honest with you. Now, this Judge Gull's from Allen County, and it seems like she's dealt with some bigger cases like this before.
Yeah, and she needs to get her shit together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she doesn't have her shit together.
but Kevin, he knows his shit. He was like, hey,
Yep.
none of that should have been sealed to start with. That all should be on my case. And that's not where they're putting it, which surprises me. They're going to put it on an Allen County site and then put it over Twitter, which to me is odd. Just throw it on my case.
Some bullshit.
It is really weird.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
But
let's
that
put on
said,
Facebook.
I've been on the other side of the fence.
And that's why we
can't
might
let
rage.
everything out.
We might just go to the streets, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could go down there and start picketing.
Yeah. We could just rage and just burn everything down. I don't know.
Yeah.
I might be overreacting. We'll get back to that.
Yeah, just a little bit, maybe. Just a little bit.
But if you've
But
done
there's
something,
things that they need to keep close to the chest. There's things that they don't need to keep close to the chest. But I mean, you can't tell me that some people on YouTube won't take something and run with it.
but
which could hurt the case.
But you have to release the stuff that is legal to release. You can't hold up things that the public has the right to know. Not the evidence, just the things the public has to know. And I think the public's been pretty lenient. I mean, in the beginning, we were like, normally you always can get find out.
Ruckus left.
He did.
Yeah, he was
He
intimidated.
got mad at me.
Yeah, he was intimidated from the beginning, I think.
I could understand that.
Yeah, me too. I'm intimidated. Please don't hurt me.
I'm intimidated.
Please don't be abusive.
Don't hit me.
Don't hit me, Steffa.
But I like to watch Scott Reich, and he couldn't believe that they never released Richard Allen, like the affidavit of what they found at his house. And he said he's never seen a case that they did that. Very rarely do they do that. And
Yeah. Well, that was the whole like other people's might be involved situation.
we were fine. I mean, we were cool with that for
Are
a
we
month
still
or
there,
two.
you think? Or you think we're like other
No,
people
it's
might not be involved?
well, in what I guess my opinion
Real
was,
quick, Ruckus, you better run.
we'll take you
Uh,
out, Ruckus.
yeah, that was for you, Steffa. Yeah, you better run.
You should be scared, very afraid. But the things that should have that are there that legally have to be given to the public, those are the things that should have been given to the public the day that they had them. Or we were really nice about not going off about the not releasing what they found at Richard Allen's house. And because they said they were
Well,
protecting
I don't think
about
we're being nice. I just don't think we I don't think we had access to that information. I think that we may have had access to that information just not known about it. Ruckus, you sound like you're on a ship somewhere. Are you in the sea?
No. Is it too loud? The fan too loud?
No, you sound like you're on like there's waves or something.
Oh, yeah. Well, I had to plug my phone in.
Oh, that could be me. I'm not sure.
Well, if it's
Welcome back.
messed up, I'll just drop off and go in the chat.
No, welcome back.
Thank you.
Steffa she had some like choice words about you, but I didn't agree with them.
No, she
But
didn't, because the TV was still on. I could hear it. Yeah.
Yeah, something about Ruckus rocks, blah blah blah. You know,
right, exactly.
He's not too smart.
yeah, something along those lines. I was like, hey, whoa.
But when these documents come out, there may be nothing to them. But what I was going to ask before my phone died is Kevin has access to the attorney's portal. Has he already seen all of this?
No, but he knows that they're supposed to be there. And I don't think that we should expect much. I don't think anybody should be expecting like some kind of breakthrough. I just think that we should be hopeful for some clues, maybe.
It's got to be
Well,
better.
do you think any of it's going to be old stuff, like pre-Richard
Yeah.
Allen stuff?
Here, hold on. Let me see. This is what Fox was saying. Give me a second. I did a little research. Let's see here. So apparently we should be expecting dozens of documents related to the case would be released this week. Gull said the court was reviewing more than 130 court filings.
Okay.
She initially anticipated they would be released this week, but the review of the documents apparently took longer than anticipated. Documents under review include unredacted probable cause affidavit, search warrant, and search warrant return, motions regarding Allen's pretrial incarceration and mental health history, and examinations and evidentiary challenges.
Okay.
I didn't think they would release his mental health, because I didn't think they even wanted to that. I thought she denied it to even release it to the prosecutor.
It just may be a filing of that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
Not
was
the
going to
actual document, but something filed about it. Maybe hey, it was released from the Westville. That this document exists or whatever.
yeah, watch that be all it is. It's just things saying, okay, the defense asked for this, and then the prosecutor asked for this, and we get no information, like nothing substantial.
No, it's coming. I think you're going to get a lot of information, and I also think it has a lot to do with maybe Nicholas McClellan not really thinking others might be involved. And I could be wrong, but that's where I'm at right now.
My
Now,
thing is,
Growing Crazy just asked, "Hey Ruckus, I have a question. Wouldn't the FBI study BG's gait, the way he walks, to identify him?"
Wait,
They
who?
could, but if they
Wait,
don't have
who said
anybody
that?
to
I want to
compare
put
it
it up
to,
on the screen. Who said it?
Growing Crazy.
All right, let me find it.
well, you can't go by his gait on the bridge because he's bare. I mean, you have to walk differently on the bridge than you would walk regularly.
But some people do have a gait. You know, I'm friendly with Alex Voorhees, and
Yep.
he put in a lot of tips about killers that had a gate.
Yeah.
And that's how the Delphi thing got tied into that, into the
Yeah, but
Stephen
he
King
doesn't
case
know
and
shit
all that.
about Gates. He's a hacker.
Yeah.
And there are
You know what I'm saying?
that study
Like, let's
gait.
keep it real. Let's keep shit real.
No,
around
but
this motherfucker.
the stuff that he went through and looked at, it was mentioned
We don't need a
that
fucking gate. Like, that's fucking
somebody with
Richard
a
Allen.
with
Come
a
on,
gate.
guys. Like,
Yeah.
this son of a bitch said that he was there, right? He said he was there and that he was on the bridge. He even here, look. This is a video that I was working on. This is audio and it's unedited, so don't be too harsh. Let me see if this is it.
Okay.
Don't be harsh.
Yeah, don't be too harsh on this. This is unedited. I'm working on a video, but listen to this and tell me what you think. Welcome back to the Sleuth Intuition channel. This is how we know Richard Allen, Bridge Guy, and the man witnessed by 3 juveniles are all one and the same. The juveniles witnessed Allen walking on the trails towards the high bridge. One of the witnesses advised she took a photo of a bench at 1:26 p.m. and started walking back towards Freedom Bridge. She advised that was when they encountered the man who matched the description of the photograph taken from Libby's video. So I think that's the most important part, is that those girls said, hey, this person that we seen matches the description on that video. That's the part that everybody's ignoring.
Now, I wonder if
admitted
they
to
got a
arousing
lineup
happened.
since. If they looked at a lineup and picked him out since.
I don't
I haven't
know.
heard anything about that either.
But we know that they looked at this guy and they said that's the guy from the image from the video.
Now, wait a minute.
So that is
Somebody
kind
said
of
he was all in black. Who's the person all in black?
no, he is all in black. The same people that saw the person all in black saw Liberty's video and said that that's the guy that we saw in all in black.
Right. Now I see somebody mention Jason Jensen. Is he in
Oh
the chat?
gosh.
No, he's one of those people that believes that Ron Logan is responsible.
Yeah,
he's a
he's
private
gonna.
investigator.
He's helping
That's
out
not
with
where I'm
defense.
going. If he's
Hey,
working for
Deb,
the
what's
defense,
up?
if
Wait,
he's
go
working
ahead.
for the defense, he needs to be on the gag order, doesn't he?
No, he's just working for the defense like a prostitute.
Oh, hey, Deb. I
was
love Deb.
classic.
Ruckus does what he wants. Yep,
I do.
So-
I do what I want.
he
Jason
does.
Jensen and I had some words about 6 months ago about Ron
Prostitution?
Logan.
About how he's a prostitute?
Pretty much.
Good.
And
Did you
my
tell him to
favorite-
stop?
Yeah, he didn't listen. He didn't care what I
But
had
the
to
fact that if he thinks Ron Logan is Bridge Guy, that doesn't matter to me. It
Mm-mm.
just matters to me that if he is working for the defense, because at the end of the day, so I mean, we have to admit, at the end of the day, we don't know. They could be right. I don't believe so. I
Yeah.
don't believe so at all. But
I
you
agree.
should be under the gag order if you are
Yep.
indeed employed.
I agree with you.
If you're employed by the defense, you
But
have
at
to
the
be under
same
the gag
time,
order.
we're looking at the same thing. So, I mean, I think we can get into the safe pocket where we can
Yeah.
safely say, like, these guys are wrong.
I've made my mind up on who it is. I'm not going to talk about who it is not. You know what I mean? To me,
Well,
I know
I mean,
who it
as
is.
far as the bridge guy, I mean, it should be pretty simple. Who else is involved? I mean, if you can't agree on who the guy on the bridge is, then there's just It's a whole nother conversation, I think, maybe.
There's a whole bunch of conversations.
Yeah. And I'm glad we're having them.
Yeah. Oh, you and me both. You and me both. But I don't think I certainly don't think I said it earlier joking, but I don't think Ron Logan is bridge guy. I think Richard Allen is definitely bridge guy. And the whole height thing cracked me up from Jump Street. I mean, I mentioned it in my lives way back when. Stop getting hung up on this guy's height. Richard Allen is bridge guy, law enforcement
Well,
investigator.
think about it. That might have been how he got away. They just were like, "Hey, we were expecting maybe somebody taller." I don't know. Like how else did he get away?
I've never seen a sketch used in the courtroom saying, "Look, it is him. Look, see this composite sketch? That's
Man,
him."
if Richard
That
Allen
doesn't-
walked into a room and you were like, "We're looking for somebody who committed a double homicide," I don't know
Right.
if he's going to be my first bet. I don't know if I'm going to point at him.
Well, you'd have to be sure, wouldn't you?
Well, you're never sure. So what are you going to do? You're going to go with the probability, right? You're going to go with the right choice. And he's not the right choice.
And
When
how
you
long
don't-
is that video? How long is
When
this
you
video?
don't know, you got to make it up.
Speculate is
Yep.
another word for make it up.
Yeah, you got to make it up.
Now, that video is how long, allegedly?
43 seconds.
And we saw a second and a half of it. And he's walking towards the girls the whole time.
We didn't even see a second. I think we saw like an eighth of a second.
And they have it close up. They have his face close up.
Right.
Yeah,
but if
where's
it's
the full
covered-
video? Where the fuck is the full video? Why can't we see that?
Well, I don't think it's the video as much
It
as
might not be good.
as much as the audio on the sides. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
I just
They
want to
even
know.
said that. They said that in their press conference. It's like you TV people know you only can see and hear what's happening in front of
Yeah,
you.
Burston
Yeah.
said that.
The stuff on the sides.
He's like, you guys don't see what's over here and you don't see what's over here. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. So we don't know yet. And so 43 seconds.
Yeah, what's
is
he
a
talking
long
about?
time.
What the fuck is it? To me, I think he's talking about the other people, maybe.
Well,
If there are other people.
Think about it.
I believe there are.
Who else is he
Everybody
talking
knows I
about?
believe that.
And why are they hiding Abby in the video? Like, who are they talking about? What else are they talking about? He says, "Hey, you guys in the TV business, you don't see this and you don't see that." What the fuck is he talking about? What
We don't
what
know.
are we not seeing? I don't understand what the hell he's talking about.
and
Because
more
they
to it.
need to show that shit.
Sleuth, why wouldn't they just release the whole thing if there's nobody else involved except for Richard Allen?
Yeah,
They
it's
would
because
release
there's
that whole
somebody
video
else.
by now.
They have somebody else that's running around
Correct.
in that video, and they have somebody else that they're looking for. And if we don't play this right, we might help let this guy get away.
But if that were the case, now think like law enforcement, Sleuth. If that were the case, once they know it's Richard Allen, who's this other guy or other guys or other people? Maybe there's women involved. Who knows? Who are these other voices? Whose
I don't
leg
think
is
they
this?
know. I think that they know that they know the level of who they have and the level of who could be involved. And I think it's terrifying to them. And I think that they know what they're dealing with. And I also know that Richard Allen is probably involving a lot of people that maybe we weren't expecting.
and Doug Carter said the public will be shocked. Of
Yeah,
who
that
it-
was Tobe. Tobe said that.
Well,
Yeah.
I thought Doug said that at one of the press.
Yeah, he said at the press conference, and honestly, I was fucking shocked to understand that the guy from CVS is the killer or the main suspect. That that's completely shocking because as let's say you're part of the sheriff's department, you're stopping at that CVS for your Gatorade, for your coffee on the way home. You are dealing with this Richard Allen person, the person who is responsible for this double murder. And you're dealing with this guy. I mean, and then for you to say that there's others involved, I just don't understand why the people of Delphi aren't really fucking pissed off. Like, what do you mean? Who else is involved? Like, if it was me and people were saying others are involved, me as a father, I'm gonna be
Yes.
like, I don't give a shit if you have any relation to Richard Allen, I'm dragging you by your throat. and I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm dragging you by your throat and we're having a conversation. And it sounds like that's what Mike Patty did with Pat Brown. You guys remember that? Did you guys hear that?
Was that true?
Yeah. That's part of the whole pre-documentary.
That he went over to his house.
Yeah. Hey, you got to give him credit for that, right?
But can you blame him? He didn't have
No.
any answers.
No, I'm glad to hear that. Good for you, Mike Patty.
Yep.
I would have done worse. I might have dragged them out to the desert by their fucking balls.
Wow, that'd be a long drag. They live in Indiana.
Yeah. Yeah, it might have been a long drag, but that's what I'm saying. Like, as a father, that's what terrifies me. Like, the things that Mike Patty had to do were probably pretty terrifying, not only for him, but for those who had to experience it. So kudos to him.
There's something in this PCA that has always stuck to me, and it's on page 2. And they
Which
changed.
PCA?
I'm sorry, parental. Yeah, the PCA for Richard Allen.
Richard Allen. Okay.
They talk about him as the male subject all the way up until they get to the end of the bridge and the gun comes out, and then they call him the it changes to a male. So he's a male subject, and then once they get to the bridge and the gun comes out, they call him a male, which may be nothing, but I always wondered when they say guys down the hill, they change it to a male, and they say the girls proceed down the hill and then the video ends. So there is quite a bit of footage if you think about it, maybe, or at least maybe not footage as far as video part, but at least hearing them talk. So that makes me think that there might be video of the second person, because they do change it from a male subject to a male once they get across the bridge. And then because they change it from male subject to a male, and then they said the girls then proceed down the hill and the video ends. So the video ends after they get down the hill. So there's got to be the hearing of other voices, either maybe seeing other people there. And then when you said that when they are talking about people, or you don't know what's on the left or the right,
Mm-hmm.
that kind of brings into my head, read between the lines.
Yeah, I think if there's anything, it's going to be like when he's coming towards them. If they're hiding anything from us, I think it's that point where he's walking towards them on the bridge and he's trying to force them down the hill. I think if anything's hidden, it's there.
Yeah.
Now, were they going down the hill to the left or the right?
It's definitely to the left for sure.
Well, that's the way the girls ran.
Yeah,
Which way did he direct them?
There's no doubt about it. They went to the left. I mean, why would they go to the right?
Because there's plenty of places to park another vehicle.
No, they went to the left. And the family seems to think, from what they see, that's exactly what happened. So.
And that's who said that? Becky and Mike?
That and Anna.
Yeah, Anna told a
Apparently,
relative.
in the video, you can see it. I mean, there's a video where you can see where they go down the hill. Yeah, it's not a secret. There's a video where they go down the hill, where the girls go down the hill, and they can see the person who made them go down the hill.
And
So
that's on
whatever.
on Libby's phone.
Yep, they have that information.
Now,
wonder-
where did that come
That's
from?
when it stops. So you have the guy coming towards them, and then them going down the hill is when it stops. But
Now, did she stop the video, or did she put the phone in her pocket?
the record, the record states that she's. It doesn't say anything about her stopping the video.
It just says it ends.
Yeah, video ends.
So she may have put it in her pocket, but it was still recorded.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. What happened was she's like, she's filming this guy, right? And he's stalking her friend, and her friend is struggling to get across the bridge, but she has no idea that, this guy is going to do what he's going to do, right? There's no possible way that he's going to do that.
Now,
So
she's
she's just
wearing
filming
her
it.
sweatpants with a t-shirt and a pullover tied around her waist, correct?
Yep.
Yep.
So is there pockets in those sweatpants? What's she do with her phone?
Libby had pockets in her sweatpants. Abby had pockets in her jacket, of course.
Abby was wearing jeans as well, but Libby was wearing
Mhm.
sweatpants. But
Yep,
her
she's wearing
sweatpants had
sweatpants.
pockets?
Yep.
Okay.
And we don't know that there was no other video taken after that. They always make
they make it seem as if there might be video coming from the Mears lot. There may be video from the Weber residence. They make it seem as if, though, the Young sketch is coming from somebody on the trail. So somebody witnessed somebody on the trail. And he wasn't covered up. So if this is the Young sketch and he's the killer, that means that he left on the trail.
Okay.
So I don't know what that means. That means that he killed the girls and he came back onto the trails as a completely different looking person. You know what I
Now,
mean?
where did they find Libby's phone and when?
We don't know.
20, no, they say 20 feet from the crime scene.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who said that?
No, 20 feet from the crime scene is where they found that phone.
But where's that at, though? That's all I'm asking you. How do we know that?
Hey, man, that's up to you.
Okay. And when?
At when they found the bodies.
Okay.
I wonder how they got all the water out and all that.
What water? There was no water. There was no complaint of water.
The girls, when they went across, if it was in her pocket and they went across in the water, that would have been wet. The phone.
We don't know that.
That's why I was wondering, the coroner's report and all that. Was there water in their lungs?
I know.
Yes.
Were
With
their
the
clothes
death
wet?
with the death certificate, there was vater involved.
Now, how so? They're
In
never
the lung,
that vague.
in the lungs,
They're
in the
never
lungs.
that vague. So
I'm sure they were sucking it in.
With Libby, there was water in the lungs.
Okay.
From what I've seen, I don't know for sure.
So that means she was alive while she was crossing the creek.
Yes.
That's the only thing that tells me.
I don't know.
I think that would mean she was running across, trying to get away, and was inhaling the water as she's going across.
Yeah, a big part of what happened was water was found in the lungs. But
she would have had to have fallen. It was not that deep, correct? Might have been waist deep, maybe.
Yeah.
No, here, let me show you what was going on with that water. Wait, would you say waist deep?
I said it might have been waist deep in that area.
At the most, yeah.
If that, yeah.
At the most.
Now, I don't have that problem because shit floats. So if I fall in the water, I'm safe. I don't have to worry. I need to see that. I've never seen anything. I've heard about it, and I've seen the leaked texts from Erskine, but I've never
Yeah.
really put much weight to those, though. To be honest with you.
The death certificate backs it up.
The death certificate, you're not talking about the one that
No, not that one.
not that one. Okay.
And you vetted that, Sleuth? Because I do trust you. If you
No,
tell
I
me
haven't
that
vetted
death
it.
certificate's legit, I trust you.
The person that sent it to me was legit.
Okay.
And it's not both of their death certificates. It's just saying that there was water involved, and the things that we hear from Erskine are legit.
Gotcha.
And somebody's mentioned in chat that it was deep enough, big fish, actually, that it was deep enough for Mike Patty to canoe. Now, I've heard that before. Has that been verified? Did he canoe? And if so,
He did. Mike Patty did admit that the morning of the 14th, he was canoeing from the bridge into the city. Yeah, that
All right, where did he
he
put in?
himself. I can find that video to where I can prove that he said that.
Where did he put in?
That's a great question. Where did he launch that canoe?
I know it wasn't from Monon High Bridge or Wilson Bridge. That's for sure.
He said it was from just past the Monon High, so somewhere near the Monon High Bridge is where he did it.
Okay.
I have video footage of the water where the girls were found, but this was in March of 2021. This was not February of 2017.
Right.
But I have my footage when I was there of the water that day.
And you cannot go by flood maps.
No, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, people that are going by flood maps, please stop that. Because that's how high the water could go or has gone historically. That does not mean that, and
Yeah,
it
if
has
it's
snowed
flooded,
and
that's
it was
what you can
melting.
expect. That's not what you can expect anytime soon.
Well, and it takes where is the Deer Creek fed from? The Wabash. Was the Wabash way above level? No.
No, not even close.
Right. And if snow melts, it's got to go down through the earth first, through the dirt and all that, until it makes its way into the system to the river. It may never. It may go down into the water table. So I don't care how much it snowed. To me, that doesn't matter.
I mean, it matters to me as far as like muddy.
I don't know how they got up. I mean, if you
Was the
saw
guy? If you're running around, you're obviously muddy.
And bloody.
If it just snowed and it's warm that day, obviously it melted. Anybody that knows anything about snow melt, it's melted and now the place is muddy. So I think that that's significant.
Sure, but it doesn't run along the top of the water. It's porous. Dirt is porous. It runs down through the dirt, and then it follows the train. Avalanches go downhill. Rivers go downhill. Everybody knows that.
Mhm.
But when snow melts, unless it's at an altitude of like a mountain, it's not going to have an impact on.
And we're not even talking about like a whole lot of snow.
yeah, it was just
Like there's
It
not a whole
melted
lot of
pretty quick.
snow melt. Like we're talking about a little bit of snow that was melted, and whoever was walking through these back hills was walking through mud. But I mean, we're not talking about anything crazy.
I agree.
True Crime Housewife. I don't believe that there was any ice yet in that water. It was too warm. We lost Ruckus.
Yeah, he bounced out. He'll be back, I'm sure.
Well, I'm sorry that I stayed on so long.
No, we're hanging out. We're having a good time.
I didn't mean
that
to.
was the intention of this live stream. So,
all right. Well, I was like, oh, I guess I might have stayed my welcome. So I do wonder about that video, and I wonder if there's more. God, I hope they televise that or the trial, if there is a trial.
I don't think there will be a trial.
Well, then I hope they release the discovery.
That would be nice.
I know.
Yeah, I wondered, do they have to? Yeah, they should. That's like public information. Like if the case goes under, you think they would have to provide that to the public? And that's a good question.
I know in the Watts case, like they did like 20% of it, not all of it. Like none of Shanann's phone records are in it, but Chris's phone records are in it. It's really, so there's some stuff there, and then people start to speculate because not everything's there. So I don't know what the legality of it is. I don't know.
Well, either way, we did have a good stream. Maybe we can end it here.
Okay.
Anything you want to kind of throw out there?
Yeah, if we could all picket tomorrow outside Allen County, that would be great.
Picket outside of where?
Allen County.
Picket outside Allen County.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear that?
We're going to picket tomorrow
You're
at Allen
picketing
County.
outside of Allen County.
So
and
that we
Steffa is in charge.
Yeah, I'll be there. Yes, hybrid, new kids on the block. Woohoo! So that'll be the quest. Can we do picket online somehow? If somebody could figure that out, that'd be great. So I don't have to call in to work tomorrow.
That might be you.
Okay, I'll figure that out, and then I'll let everybody know by 9 p.m. So
by tomorrow at noon.
At noon, right? At noon.
Noon tomorrow. You'll know.
That's right. All right, you guys are awesome. Thank you for having me up.
Thank you so much for hanging out.
Absolutely.
Take care. Bye.
You gotta throw me out because I can't get out for some reason.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go. Bye. All right, guys. Here, maybe we can end with a quick little jam. Well, here's Ruckus.
Here, maybe we can end.
What's up, Ruckus?
I just came up to say goodbye. Sorry about that. You know what I did? I went to say 171 in chat and only so many likes, and I got booted.
Yeah, that was some bullshit.
Some scrub.
Yeah, when you talk about scrubs, sometimes you yourself might get booted. It's a risk.
Right.
It's a risk you run. Don't even say it.
I'm willing to take that risk for you, my friend.
Don't say it.
I'll take that risk for you, my brother.
All right, Ruckus. Thank you so much, and we're gonna get out of here.
All right. Listen, thanks everybody for hanging out, and thank you, Sleuth, for having me on. This has been great.
Pleasure's mine. Thank you so much, Ruckus. Peace out.
All right, later, bud.